Good day, ladies and gentlemen, either or neither, and welcome to Stormwreck Isle Session 5 by the Gilded Rose. We've got our lovely... I don't know if I should call him lovely anymore. He's our dungeon master.
Yes, no, loveliness is not an equation when it comes to being the master of the dungeons.
Yeah, that's interesting. But how have you been, man?
I've been very well, thank you very much, and you?
I've been good. And then we're joined by someone new to the show, and his name is, as far as I could tell, by the way he said we should spell his name is Kaku. Because we can't spell it with a C, we need to spell it with a K.
Actually, you spell it with a J. But it's
Yaku.
J-A-K-O, yes.
Yeah, Yaku. How are you doing, man?
I am absolutely fine. I'm looking forward to this, so happy.
Yeah, and is there someone special at home you want to say hi to?
Yeah, well, she's listening, so I kind of have to now. I know she's listening. But yes.
Hello to the
Leifie.
folks at home.
Hello, Leifie. There we go.
Hello, Kenners.
And then...
Probably.
And then we've got our man behind the scenes, organizing everything, being a little stress ball right until about 5 minutes before the stream starts. Dominic.
Hi. I already made my presence known when I laughed like a kookaburra just now.
Oh, okay.
It echoed on everyone's mics. It's horrible.
Oh.
Okay,
And yeah,
So what
welcome
he's
to
telling
session
us
5.
is we're not allowed to laugh.
We're not allowed to laugh.
Not
anymore.
loudly. No laughing.
No laughing.
Breaking
okay,
news.
so no, beautiful. I'm getting used to this now. We've got the audio. We all sound great, by the way. So wonderful. And thank you for the intro, Sorrel.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you
my
very much.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, yeah. And we're basically going to jump right in. Or is there something you want to say?
I just wanna some small technical stuff.
Sure.
In general, is just we. For those of you that are confused, anyone that is confused, if you are watching this stream and wondering what happened to last week's stream, we every first Monday of the month, or we will be taking a sort of like a hiatus, and that will always be a crapshoot stream. So we'll be doing something different.
Nothing we do is a crapshoot.
Well, good point. It will be an out of place. I'm calling it my current
A mixed bag.
My working title for it right now is TGR Plays, which is just it's such a simple title, but yeah, it's just us playing anything. So if you want to see that, well, you can't. I'm not uploading those currently.
Oh yeah, no, please don't.
Yeah,
please don't.
Because they're not content driven. They're not like narrative driven. They're more just for us to just relax and play something together and share it with anyone that's listening. On top of that, if you are, this is now going to date the show a bit, but if you do happen to listen to this in 2023, during October or September, we have an upcoming event. If you want to know more, you can just maybe pay attention to our Facebook, which is in the links for YouTube, or go to our website and see what's going on there. They're basically an in-person event the venue will be announced there. It's obviously in South Africa. But yeah, that's all the technical stuff out of the way. And then, yeah, I think before we need to get going tonight, we do need some sort of recap.
Oh yes,
Yes, please.
I am quite good at recapping. That's not a statement I ever thought I'd say.
And you need to let me know the music, sir.
Yeah, please switch to the Ancient Winds. That's not a euphemism, that's literally the soundtrack's name. It is ambience general, it should be.
He said wind.
He said wind.
Yes. We are all children.
We're mature.
Yes, mature.
Mature, yeah.
Ancient.
That's very close to manure.
Ancient cliff top.
Yes, I know it is.
Ancient sea grow.
Ambience general.
Yes.
Yes, I know my soundtrack.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking.
When last we left off, Brother and Chuck travelled to a gravesite on a cliff edge, overlooking the sort of northern side of Stormwreck Isle. After completing a small rite of passage for the dead, to allow the lingering spirits that were slain and still tethered to the wreck of the Compass Rose to pass on. A fog rolled in, claiming the ship, and through the fog a winged figure arose. At first you thought it was the harpy, but instead scales of gleaming blue made themselves known.
The man that died, just to recap, this is Brastos.
Yes, this is Brastos.
Okay.
He died a long time ago. It was his lover that cursed the ship.
Yeah. God damn it. That just feels like mindless violence. My character, I kind of want to try and connect the two and say that's got something to do with what's going on the island right now, but it just sends this, screw the ship, screw the island. Let's get Lolth involved and just kill people.
Orcus.
Same neighborhood.
Same neighborhood.
I've been Spider Queen things have been in my head. Yes. Oh, it's my notes.
You said you're going to send us the notes.
Oh dear Lord.
So no, don't stress. I'm just going to quickly. I'm gonna reference what I remember. My character remember for what happened literally 12 hours ago. What's this dragon's name? The notes are there.
Sparkrender.
Sparkrender. Thank you.
That's a cool name.
Indeed.
That's a name, by the way, that we got from Runara, yes,
Yeah.
because she actually mentioned to us that this is an old foe, or
This is a descendant of an old
the old foe. So this is sort of like the young upstart currently coming into
Yeah.
the island, and we got the name Sparkrender from her, but we know very little about Sparkrender. Actually, we know it's a blue dragon.
Yes.
And of course, I
And
know
now
what
you
blue
also
dragons
know-
do.
As he flies overhead,
He's got 9 toes. He's got a belly button piercing.
that he has a crooked horn.
Oh, so he does have a distinguishing mark. Yeah, and, blue dragons, by the way, just some general lore you should know. Blue dragons are known in 5th edition for having having almost like a rhinoceros-style horn. Not just horns, they've got like a horn. Like
Oh, okay.
Yes.
reason being is they sometimes hide in deserts. It's now meta information, but sometimes they're actual they like to be in deserts and desolate spaces, so the island kind of makes sense. But then they like to dig themselves underground and have only the horns stick out as like a bit of crag or rock, and then they just because they're lightning based, they just sort of disturb the weather in the area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're just
For funsies.
for funsies.
They disturb the weather in the area.
Yes. Oh fuck yeah. That's okay. That makes sense.
Okay, now that makes sense. Well, I don't know it, but okay, cool.
Well, okay.
Character. Brother.
Fair
doesn't
enough.
know.
Okay. I think I accidentally meta. See, that's the thing. I've got the information, but I
But you
deliberately
didn't put
make-
one and one together until now.
I never run in the opposite direction. Anyways.
Well then, the blue figure swoops overhead, seemingly unconcerned with your existence, and flies to a point on the opposite end of the island.
What specific opposite end is there? Will I remember that point? Can I?
It's very near to the sort of tide pools where you found the glowing
Further to the
sea
south, you
kelp.
mean?
But yes, to the south of the island.
Okay, but we're still on the cliffside.
Yes, you're basically on the other side of the.
Share us the map again for
I will
us.
share you
So
the
where
map
did
again.
the dragon then fly from? Even though it was all covered and whatnot.
So you are currently here, and so the dragon flew from across the island like this.
Ah. And with my knowledge, he probably just went and he just probably returned from a party or something.
Probably some dragon soiree here to attend.
Yeah.
Tiamat's invites are not easy to turn down.
Yeah, so I guess the point he's flying to would be his roosting spot or whatever.
Well,
you
we
take
know
to
there's
it.
an observatory at the top of the island. That
On that side.
well, no, it's probably on the probably. The thing is, we know there's an observatory somewhere. Having an observatory on the coast, however, like that, does make sense. Do we know that's where the observatory is?
You don't know its specific location. You do know that Runara said that Spark Render is layering in the observatory.
So the observatory, it was probably like an astral observatory, like an old school. Okay. So the idea is that we need to just go and, if we do approach that, be careful, because I mean, old ruins are never aren't safe on the best of days.
Correct. But you can return to Dragon's Rest, and as you journey, because you have
Nice
echo from
technical
me,
issues there.
then you will arrive back at Dragon's Rest, just as another figure comes out of the mists. A ship pulls into port.
There's another ship, brother. Are we expecting something from the...
I don't know, but you know what happened last time. Let's run.
Oh, shit, yes. Okay, well, I, along with brother, remember I've got these flashbacks of, like, zombies coming out of the waves. Because, okay, look, we solved some of the undead in the ship, but we have no idea if there's still things lurking. So we start running towards the coast.
All right. So you begin to journey back towards the beach you arrived on. I will put you there now. Oh, yes. As you arrive on the beach, you notice the ship is starting to lower a small vessel down into the waters.
A longboat?
A longboat, much like the one that brought you to the island.
Okay. Let's just wait here, brother. Maybe they'll be fine.
I'm waiting in darkness. I'm sorry.
No worries. I will share the map.
Yeah, we don't have a...
There we go. Thank you. How's the weather, aside from it being foggy and whatnot?
The mist is slowly starting to part, and as this little rowboat comes closer, you notice a figure on board alongside an obvious sailor who is rowing the rowboat.
An obvious sailor.
Yes, he's got the stereotypical bandana and an eye patch over both eyes.
The one flips up.
Sleeveless shirt, ear piercing, tattoo on the shoulder, that type vibes.
Oh my good lord.
And shortly arriving on the shores is a new figure. If you would like to describe your character, Yaku.
Okay, so before you stands a, human, male. He was roughly about mid-40s, perhaps. Carries visibly a nice battle axe. Grey hair, combed back, like kind of rugged face, but not, like a big-ass dude. Just a average length, 1.7 meter tall dude, and nice black cloak with some green trimmings on it. And
Are you visibly human?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Green eyes.
All human party. I haven't had one of these in a while.
Well, I'm, mostly human, I'd say.
If you two would,
take
please
a-
roll... Yes?
I will take a step back because he's obviously the protector.
I'm standing in front of you, but I'm not necessarily going to talk to them first.
Okay, what should we roll? Because you were saying...
Yes, if you would, please, both of you roll me a perception check.
I will do so immediately for you. I've got investigation shortlisted, not perception.
I just need to remember where everything is. Skills.
Perception. There we go.
Indeed, it is a skill.
There we go.
And I just double click it, yeah?
Yes. You can double click it if you like.
Nice.
18 for me. No, not that. Almost. Deliberately stop. Oh, wait.
There we go. That.
There we go.
Well done.
Lovely.
Chuck, it makes sense, you being in front of brother, that you notice something else about this individual. An axe that gleams at his side. And instead of a haft and blade of steel, the blade of the axe is made of green crystal.
Okay. I've got no green crystal blades. I don't really. Chuck doesn't know anything about green crystal blades. I just sort of mentioned to brother, have you ever seen green crystal blades?
Have I? No.
You can make an arcana check if you like. Meanwhile, Nuldar, the sailor who has been rowing you ashore, says,
Right, this is where we pot what is. This is Stormwreck, as promised.
Well, thank you, my good man. I guess I'll be off then.
Yes,
Safe journey back.
yes. Which way is the ship?
I
says
don't
the man with the 2 eye patches.
You know, to like make a 180 and just row.
That's
Right, 180. Row.
He's
No, not that way.
Okay, alright.
He's probably going to be here by the time we finish the adventure.
Yes.
And he starts rowing, more or less in the direction of the ship.
Oh my lord! How did
What
this?
I'm gonna. Okay,
scream
how
after
far
him.
in is he?
You're going the right way, roughly.
Roughly is my middle name.
Oh no! So I'm gonna write that down.
How far away is he?
The sailor, he's about, from you, about 150 feet away from you currently.
Damn it! I wanted to do sort of guide him. You know, cast a spell to
Unfortunately.
guide him.
Unfortunately, guidance is actually a touch spell, so you'd have to be right next to you to be able to be guided.
I'll swim.
But guide the water and transfer it via ceramorphosis.
Yeah.
Here, have a tadpole.
Yeah, sorry, no, you're right. Osmosis is the word I was looking at.
Yeah, technically, if you're touching the water, you're touching everything.
Everything guides towards the main ship.
It's like a magnet.
But you are now on dry land, Nuldar, after having been recruited by the Temple of Kelemvor to come and aid a group of their acolytes that are in need of assistance on Stormwreck Isle.
Yeah, I mean, I currently have a very new eye patch, not two, one.
So I take a bit of a step forward just out of the surf. It's like, well, hello there. Are you the 2 acolytes that need some assistance, apparently?
Brother, what's an aculate?
Acolyte, sorry, my bad.
I look at him like,
That's how your character says it.
That's how my character says it now.
accurate? Are we the 2 accurates?
I've never been good at math, brother.
I look over at him.
Yes.
So, very skinny guy, long braided hair. Basically, what you see there.
Yes.
I mean, you've been part of the creative process in developing the character, so you roughly knows what he looks like.
To be updated with official art from our resident artist.
Yeah,
Our
And-
official artist.
yeah. I look over at him. Yes, we are accurates.
No, not accurate. Aculates. Oh, wait. I'm saying that wrong again.
Dear, I think the word you're looking for is acolyte.
Who the hell are you?
You can't hear this.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Acolytes.
Correct, yes. Good job.
Thank you.
We're acolytes now.
well, I don't know about you, brother, but I sometimes refer to me as an acolyte, digging the church.
Yes.
Okay,
As I
good.
look at
then,
him.
Then I suppose I'm here
Acolytes
to
of
help you.
whom? Which church are you serving?
No, I was hired by a church.
Tell them it's from Kelemvor.
I've been hired by the Church of Kelemvor, guys.
Oh.
So
I need to go
Yeah.
back in my notes now to remember what my boss's name
I am
is.
not with the church, but I do occasionally do work for them.
Yes. You could tell them that you've been promised a monetary reward if you bring them back safely, or at least if you can report that they are safe.
So, guys, I'm sent to help you, and they see I work for the church, not with the church. Let's say with the church.
Brother, I did
And-
send a message to. I sent a. I spoke to. What is it, Inara? No. What's the dragon lady's name again? Sorry.
Runara.
Runara. Yeah, I spoke to Runara when we came back from the from the caverns. I had to send a sending spell to the mainland, to our parish.
Yeah, it was something like that. I was going by the church. And, I travel a lot, and then I saw that they had something, because I know that they every now and then have
So-
something for me to do.
So
and they-
you're not a worshipper of Kellenvall?
No, I wouldn't say no, definitely not.
Oh dear. I
But
really
I
had
am-
hoped they'd send
but I
one of our
am-
own.
But I am familiar with worshippers of Kellenvall.
Well, brother, it'll ultimately be your call.
You could tell them you worship me.
Although, but to be fair, I do like dragons, and I worship one. Oh, well, yeah. Her name's Berelia.
You serve
Have
Pearl
I
Cream?
heard that name?
Make history checks.
Berelia. Yeah, so
Lord.
I kind of worship Berelia.
Berelia.
That's what you like.
I
that's
wait,
what-
I
oh,
wait,
that's
I
what
wait
You
to
like to think, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and you have good cause to worship me.
I wait to hear him correct himself. If he doesn't after like 10 seconds, I'll try and remember Berelia. That's history, right? Or
Yes, that would be a history check.
I made a history roll of 15.
Indeed. It sounds like a name. There is a tenor of something about the name that strikes as elvish and draconic. It's got that tenor to it.
Well, fair enough. Look, whatever your reasons are for being here, it seems your only ride has just left the shore. You best come out of. You best follow us to the Dragon's Rest, up in the cliffs. It's safe there. Down here, there's a unfortunate tendency for. Well, let's just go up.
All right.
It's at this point that the waters begin to bubble.
You've got a question?
I've just a quick question.
Yes.
He's looking at his languages and his.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember what languages I chose.
yes.
Are all your
They're not
languages
listed here.
They should be.
Ooh,
And
I
we did
will
choose it on
double
this
check.
character
I
creation
will
thing.
double check for you.
Ah, I see. He's got one or two that still says choice.
Two of your
I
choice,
will,
yeah.
I will go and find them then and
In-
fill them in for you.
Okay.
So yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to then sort of just brother. Let's just take him up to take but sort of like under my breath, just like Ixnay on Runara for now. We don't want to scare people off or cause an inquisition of dragon hunters.
We're not dragon
No,
hunters.
we are not, but we don't know who this is. I don't want to accidentally invite someone here that's here to. Let's just feel him out before we just allow him in.
Shh, shh.
What?
You see that?
See what?
And I point towards the water.
Indeed. The water
What?
begins to swell
No.
and bubble, and a crab crawls out.
Oh my god.
A large crab
so-
could make for good dinner.
So you
I
two
could beat the
are-
shit out of it.
Do you really?
I take my shield, just bash it to bits.
Do you really?
No, I don't.
Are we going to just stand here while you two whisper to one
No, no,
another,
no,
or are we going to
co-
move up? Because I
come
would
with
really
us.
like to keep you safe, because then I might get paid.
I keep my eye on the sand around us,
Mm-hmm.
and every now and again I glance back. Those damn zombonis.
Yeah, they will come.
Yeah. So I'm very like,
Nothing seems out of the ordinary besides the very large crab.
And while he's looking over his shoulder at him, he's kind of like freaking me out and making me like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
do you say that out loud? Or
No.
just thinking it?
No, I kind of whisper it, and
Under your breath.
by this stage you're probably wondering why I'm talking to myself the whole time.
Okay.
Right. As we walk, I'm just going to talk. So, like, I don't know what I told you about the island, but the reason we need help is because there's an interloper. We're hoping is a youngling dragon on the southern shore or somewhere on the observatory. The problem is there's a I keep wanting to say parish. There's not a chapel. What's the fucking place called?
Shrine, temple.
Yeah,
Shrine.
Abbey.
Yeah, sorry.
Abbey.
It's an abbey.
An abbey. There's an
Dragon's Rest is an abbey.
Yeah, Dragon's Rest. Dragon's Rest is a place that we came here. Well, we came here to relax, but it appears that they've got some problems. We'd rather they not suffer a dragon attack and be wiped out. Also, the ships have no way of knowing if it's safe or not. We'd rather just shoot a dragon off if we can.
Do you know much about this dragon?
We're still
Is it just young and stupid, or is it actually wicked?
Look, it's a dragon. Never underestimate a dragon. But currently, we're in the process of gathering information. In fact, we were off on the cliffs, looking into a matter when we saw your ship come in.
Would the dragon have flown over their ship?
It would have been visible from the ship,
Depends on if they saw
but
it or
you
not.
were in the fog, so you wouldn't really have been able to make a good view of it.
Okay. No, I was just wondering. I knew I had that lost language. Okay.
Apologies. But yes, you begin to trudge back up the steps towards Dragon's Rest. And the abbey seems to come into view, and it's very still. The kobolds aren't busy running about in their skittish manner as usual.
Once we reach what I estimate to be the threshold of the protection,
Yes.
I will keep
That
an eye
last
on.
walking
I'll,
up
I'll
path.
I'll just look at him and see what happens. If anything weird happens to him, perhaps I don't know.
Dylan.
I did. I should have. Let me try again. But yes, you keep an eye on your new friend, your new acquaintance. And nothing strange seems to overcome them as they step past the threshold of the divine protection.
Okay.
Did put the sensor on the map as well.
Oh, it's there. Carry on.
Right. Yes. So nothing strange happens.
Okay, nothing strange happens. That's interesting. And you do say it's quieter than normal.
Yes.
I wonder where everyone is, brother. Hello? Is anybody here? What was her name? Malia? Oh, no?
There's a reason why they're quiet.
Hello.
One of the kobolds pops their head out of one of the rooms they bunk in.
Oh, look, a cute little lizard.
Not a lizard. A kobold.
Indeed, I did tell you about them.
Yes, I know, but they're still cute and look like lizards.
I suppose at least that's a fair assessment.
I'm going to
Well,
close the
cute
distance.
kobold. Hello, kobold.
Hello.
I'm going to close the distance. Like, is everything...
We snappings now.
Oh, you're napping.
Yes,
so sorry.
sunlight is still sometimes not good for the eyes.
Oh dear Lord.
So we sleep during days, and we usually works most best at night. But in evenings,
We saw brother and I saw a shape in the sky. We thought you might be hiding.
no, we didn't see nothings.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Don't worry, guys. It's the guys from the mainland. We can go back to sleep now.
Inside it's just like
And then there's like a bunch of kobolds going,
I was having such a nice dream about treasure.
And on this note, I kind of whisper while I'm walking up. See, I told you they were cute.
Well, this is rather all interesting. Maybe we should take him to see Runara. Get her take on the visitor.
Yeah, I'd suggest you go up first.
Me. Oh, yes. Let me go up first.
And then I'll catch up our companion here.
Yeah.
By the way, name?
Eldar Nightwing.
With more confidence, dear. Nuldar Nightwing.
Sorry, that was my stutter coming through, actually. Naldar Nightwing. There we go.
Okay, Noldor Nightwing, Noldor Nightwing.
Fair enough.
Let me tell you what's been happening on the island.
Cool.
We came here, same spot you came. This is
You
now
saw-
as we're walking out.
You came, you saw.
We got attacked by undead.
Oh, that's nasty.
and we found this place. And we've tried to help them out. But we got injured, they helped us, and now we're repaying their kindness.
Cool. So you are all just a bunch of very nice people.
And that about...
I'm loving it.
You're not there, you're...
You know, you've guys have arrived with me. And that's about... I was talking to Nara. And that's about the matter of the things in Nara. Runara, sorry.
Yes, dear. Thank you for informing me of the newcomer. I assume they are the one we sent for at the temple?
According to what they say, yes.
Well then, and then Runara
I'm very
goes
thankful for
quiet. And a squint forms across her face as Nuldar steps into the room. Yes, I think your newcomer is going to be very useful.
that. Insight check?
Go for it.
Yeah, I gotta do that too if I see that. If I...
Go for it.
What the hell,
Meanwhile,
woman?
your axe goes, she knows I'm here. Don't let the others know I'm here.
11.
But what is she? What?
She's probably something like me.
How does she
I had
know
to
about
guess.
you?
Oh dear, she's probably something like me. Be careful.
11 and 14 from me and brother.
Runara obviously sees something in the newcomer that says that she's realized something, but she doesn't seem worried, just surprised.
Look, if she's got a reason to hide it, I'm going to trust her for now because, well, I've got
Well,
some
yeah.
rapport. But I'm going to share a look with brother just briefly and it's like,
And we were like,
well, okay.
we just look at each other, shrug, and...
I'll let you do the introductions then.
Runara,
Yes?
this is Noldar Nightwing, Noldar Nightwing.
That's
Just once. Just once.
Noldar Nightwing, just once, Noldar Nightwing.
I was going the same direction.
very well. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Nightwing. And to everyone in the room.
God damn it.
To everyone in the room, I say.
Make my skin crawl.
So, is she good? Do you think? She seems good.
She's not attacking us.
Are
so-
you saying this in your mind or just like
No, kind of.
under your
No,
breath?
no, he's
I'm
thinking it. I'm thinking he's thinking it.
Some of it, I think. I'll say when I say it out loud.
Okay,
then I'll say
so
I'll
I made a
whisper.
note here that says that you kind of talk to yourself, which I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to
do
leave
talk
there.
to myself because sometimes I forget it. I should just think it.
Wait a minute. You've got one guy that doesn't talk, one guy that talks to himself.
Self, yes. And me in the middle, just losing eyes.
But that last one was just thinking, and then I go over to her and I bow respectfully to her, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to make yours as well, and I hope we get to know one another.
And then I kind of like gesture and is like, she as well.
It's a pleasure to meet her too.
The fuck?
But
Do we pick
but,
up
but,
on this?
but
He's
that I
saying
said-
it out loud.
No, I said that very softly to her. Like I whispered to her.
Runara is being cheeky. She said it out loud. She
Yeah.
said,
Nice to meet her as well. I look over
Yeah,
at
Noldar.
Chuck and I'm like,
Wait, hang on. What? Who
I
else
open up
is-
my shirt. I'm like, okay, I'm still a man.
Yeah.
You're a man.
Who else is here, Nora?
I was being a bit naughty there. They should probably be allowed to introduce themselves if they wish.
I roll a perception check and look for anything around me.
Start tipping,
For someone
tipping
hiding.
the balls over.
I start looking for someone hiding.
I start
Perception
furiously
checks.
going through the trash.
Go roll perception checks. Meanwhile, your axe is going, I don't want to. No, please. I'm very. Do not show them to me in this state. I'm
not decent.
I'm not decent.
I don't know who you are, but you're not decent.
Is there anyone hiding around here?
No one in the sense that you know of.
Nora, you're gonna freaking you old bat. I'm gonna throw you off the building again. But fair enough. No.
Hold
that's-
on. I might blind myself here.
Oh wow, 18.
I might blind myself here. I just need to see.
I don't do a perception check, by the way. I'm just gonna let it slide. I've had too busy a week to care too much right now.
Yeah, when they start looking around for stuff, and Runara's being very cheeky.
I'm going
just
to cast
kinda
Detect Magic.
I just kind of get a bit awkward and just start shutting up. And do
If
like
there
standing
is
around,
an
like looking normal. And
extremely potent aura of magic that emanates from his axe.
I look at the axe. Well, obviously after the aura is dissipated.
You see the aura because you can detect magic.
So I'm not blind.
You're not blind, but yes, it is very powerful magic.
At least higher than a level 2 cleric can handle. Powerful magic. I can't really determine... It's magic. It's not really my school.
Take magic, let you know the type of read a spell.
Yes,
Yourself.
it does let you know the school if there is a specific school.
But if there's no specific school and you
This is going to make it worse though, because the school of magic would technically be necromancy.
Oh, so it is school. It is necromantic.
yeah, that
Yes,
doesn't.
It's
that
necromantic
doesn't make it better.
energy.
Yeah, it is a heavy amount of necromancy, but also large amounts of all the other schools: enchantment, transmutation, abjuration.
We're breaking his mind now.
So I'm
Okay,
going
I've got a
to.
plan. I'm thinking. Sorry.
Everyone's sort of quiet for a moment, and Chuck is just gonna. Anyways, so we it seems, Nuldar, that if you are here from the mainland, from our from our order, at least hired by them, you said you're going to get paid for what? Rescuing us, protecting
Well,
us.
or that, or if I could at least, whenever I go back, report that I saw you alive and well. But for now, I'll just tag along
Well,
and help out.
please don't take this too personally, but if you do anything to threaten the security of our little tribe here, then you will we will make sure you get swiftly kicked out.
Indeed, no, I don't tolerate violence in the abbey. As much as I can avoid it, at the very least.
Obviously.
That would definitely not be my intention.
That being said, we've just finished our business for now. When everyone's left, Runara, how do I put this? We saw the dragon, the blue dragon. We saw
Oh, yes, you saw Sparkrender.
Sparkrender. We saw Sparkrender briefly. He is up and about. Tell me, the observatory.
Yes.
I can't remember seeing it exactly when we traveled to the caves the other day. Is it on the south edge of the map?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Well, anything obvious we need to be careful of on our trek there?
Well, if you plan to trek up there, you will need this. Where did I put it? She starts patting her pockets, and she pulls out an odd-looking stone device. A carved bit of stone in the shape of an octagon. Now I just need to
Octagon.
find that object so I
While
can give
you
it
are
to
finding
you. There it
I
is.
think to
She hands you a 3-inch long, 1-inch wide hexagonal, not octagonal, prism made from moonstone.
Oh.
The dragon's head engraved on one end.
Oh.
And
Is this
she
in-
explains, you need this key to enter the observatory.
Moonstone key. Adding.
Oh, no, I've got a physical item I can give
thank
to you.
And wait, I thought you said the observatory was a ruin.
Yes, it's not... Yes, it's a ruin, but a lot of the magics around it still work.
That's what? Abjuration magics?
Would it be abjuration? I'm not proficient in the types of magics normally
Me neither.
involved.
I'm taking a guess here. Look, so as long as it's what I'm trying to get at is, are we expecting any explosive spells? Fireballs rending our bodies?
Potentially, I would assume not.
Yes.
Look, some of the kobolds defected
To there.
to there, and they're inhabiting the observatory, I would really hope that there aren't any explosives, and if they were, they've probably been set off. Poor dears.
While this is all going on, when I hear the name, I think to Borrelia and I ask her, do you recognize this name? Sparkrender.
Sparkrender? It sounds like the name of a blue dragon, and I hate blue dragons. I hate green dragons. I hate chromatic dragons.
So, what, is this one of those that you want me to go stabby?
If he's causing trouble, then yes.
This I don't say out loud, by
No,
the
I
way.
got that. You said you think. Right. I sort of then look back at the discussion. Well, I'll leave you to it, brother. If you do excuse me, I need to go do some preparations and see if I can just make out any form of a potion from a cupboard somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some time. I just wanna pay my respects again, this time
Without interruption.
without interruptions.
I'll go to prepare for our journey. I'll meet you by the base of camp.
Of
Wonderful.
course.
Nuldar, I do suggest you ask around a bit, maybe get to know some of the kobolds, but you're more than welcome to come with me and see if we can see if the potion master can maybe help us with one potion or two.
Sure, I would love to tag along. You know the layout better than I do, so I'll tag along for now.
Fantastic. And with that, you've got some space to go do something if you private if you need to.
So, I sent you a message.
I see.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm gonna do is, while praying, I'm still gonna light some new incense sticks again, and just think about it, because this is not what I've seen with the magic. What I know is Kelemvor abhors.
Undead.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I'm just trying to find a bit of peace and maybe some answers somehow.
Yeah, this is going to be a conflict of interest for you, probably more than it's for me. Because the thing is, although I serve the church, I'm more,
Yeah, but
the
you
fist
don't know
and
it's
arm.
necromantic energy.
I don't.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't.
Roll me a religion check.
Religion. La, 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 la. I'm not going to double click it, because every time I've double clicked it, it was bad rolls. See?
Fair enough. You spend a moment in quiet contemplation, hoping to make sense of this potential conflict of interest that has just waltzed onto the island. Seems benign enough, yet that strong magic presence is in opposition to what you know of Kelemvor's teachings, except for one passage. There is a passage that comes to mind as you sit in quiet contemplation of not necessarily Kelemvor's teachings, but Jurgil's. And when you are a worshipper of Kelemvor, you cannot help but also study Jurgil's teachings as well, being the original god of death.
Yeah.
And in Jurgil's views, undeath can serve a purpose as long as it is not to undo what is already living.
Finish your scene.
I say, well, in my mind I say thanks. Of course, not thanks. I'm like, of course. How could I forget that? And I get up. I nod to Renora, if she's still there.
Runara is, yes, she's busy cleaning the temple. She's actually arranging some flowers. These are lovely. They bloomed just a few days ago. She's making it pretty.
And
As long as
if
she's-
she looks over my way, I nod at her and I smile and I turn around and I walk out. If I'm correct, while I'm walking down, I could see the spot where that dragon flew to, right? Or roughly the
Well, it
direction.
flew over us and probably ducked back into the
Yeah,
clouds.
the abbey is
Oh, yeah, it's
built
on the
in a
inner-
cove.
in a cove,
So
yeah.
it is hard to see
Where it would dip off
the
to.
point at which it flew to, but you know the direction, yes.
To the south.
Okay, cool. I make my way back and see if I can find the other people.
So you're probably going to find me in the middle of a rather strange encounter. Can I change the music to something a little bit more chaotic? Or
Yes, please do.
which one would you suggest?
The actual like ambiance for Dragon Rest ambiance.
Marked or Horizon Flare.
It would be marked, I think.
So I'm in Vernoff's kitchen. And she's
Yes.
already not a person. She's not like me. She's not in a good mood always at work, I guess. So I am actively going to make myself probably going to be a bit of a problem for them at this point. Reason being is I want to ask her to go through all her cupboards to see if I can just maybe find a forgotten potion or just a very stiff drink that we can take along to try and see if because we're going to fight a dragon. I want anything that might help.
Okay, cool. Please roll me a flat d20.
Oh no! Why flat?
Because I like it that way.
When you get a chance.
Of course.
I am going to roll a flat d20. I probably entered when she wasn't there, so I'm halfway. I've got my back towards the door, and I just sort of like hear her come in. Excuse me, Miss Varnoff. I didn't really turn around to look at her yet. I know I'm not supposed to be here. I'm just looking for anything of use. Here, potion. Is this a potion? Oh God,
No.
that's
No,
vinegar. That's vinegar.
It's vinegar, yes.
Oh God.
I thought you were going to say ancient
Take
wind.
1 point of wounding.
My wisdom score goes down by 1.
For a moment, I was scared you might say that's ancient wind.
Still fresh.
Yeah.
It's Tupperware of the age of what forgotten sea.
Alrighty.
Cool, thanks.
So you rolled a 13. Let's see what you get.
I wonder how playing this game in I wonder how it is playing this game in. Is it in Japan that they're so, or China where they're so superstitious about certain numbers, like heavily
it's
so like
gonna be,
they have like certain floors,
Fourth floor in Korea, I believe.
and those floors don't exist.
Yeah, they
you know.
don't.
So I wonder. It's like if you roll that, everyone
Or
just
7, I don't know. but
everyone
yeah.
just shuts up and you roll again.
Yeah. Maybe that number doesn't exist on the dice. Over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
Why is this a D21? You don't want to know. What? But look, uneven numbers, man. Uneven numbers.
You search through the cupboards trying to find anything that could be of value in terms of magical potions.
Or just very stiff drinks or anything that might help.
In one of the cupboards, you pull out a box, the kind a wine bottle would normally be stored in.
Okay.
And you pull out this long, green-glassed bottle, and you think it's wine. Only smoke floats above the flickering orange liquid in the vial.
Is this... What exactly is this? I lift it up. I turn around to face her. Is she... what's her mood?
She's sort of just she's standing or leaning against a wall behind you, peeling an apple with a knife. In very cliche sort of like thug
Tropes!
thug manner.
I... two questions. What is this? And is... If it... okay, no, just one question. What is this?
She looks over and she sort of cocks her eyebrow.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what it is. Again, I'm not technically meant to be in charge of the kitchen.
In that case, would you mind if I take this?
I'm sure that Renara will see it as you using it for the greater good of the Abbey.
You need a vacation.
I think I do, but where do you go on vacation when this is where you
live?
I don't know. Neverwinter?
Maybe.
Although, no, I'll actually, this time of year, I would suggest Luskin. It seems more your
I'll
speed.
never go back to that city.
Ah, like a clock there. Okay, well, I am going to then sort of just, yes. Oh, shit. Sorry. That's accidentally like walk through her or on top of her. Oh, we do that step thing. It's like
Yep,
left, right,
yes.
left, right. If we survive, I'll bring you back another. Whatever the hell this is. Is it
There'll
labeled?
be apple pie later on as she sets the peeled apple down next to a whole bunch of other peeled
Oh
apples.
no! Okay. I see this and I'm going to immediately look at the bottle. It's like, just going to put it in my bag and I'm going to help her peel apples. Because that's, I'm waiting for brother anyway, so.
Right. What are you up to, Nuldar?
Well, I'm just, looking around and introducing myself to the folk around here.
So the first person you come across on your way down the winding pathway that curves up the cliffside is Tarak and Myla, who are busy poring over the library. Now, I know that they went looking for that strange seaweed that glows, Myla. Yes, strange glowing weed. And we need to try and find something in these books that we can use to help them survive. Yes, something in the books to help survive. What about this? This says it's a glowing weed that you can turn into an explosive. No.
What explosive?
That's a glowing seed, Myla. Oh, my
glowing,
common's not so
exploding?
good.
I like that.
Oh, you must be... Who are you?
Sorry, my good sir. My name is Nalder Nightwing. I
Pleasure.
just arrived. The other two that wander around here, you need them some help, and
Yes,
here
that
I
they
am.
are. Yes, you're here to help. Do you know anything about alchemy? Yes.
No.
Mixing one thing that's green into another thing that's red, and then it becomes purple.
Well,
That's just, oh my god.
the only alchemy I know is that if someone drinks a lot, they get drunk.
That's what alchemy, that's alcoholism.
Ah, you see.
Different A.
Ah. See, that's the closest that I know about alchemy.
The other voice in your head. I'm just going, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, I moved to the wrong spot.
No
Just
worries.
saying.
So to answer your question, no, I do not. Although I can make things go unalive.
Please don't do that in the Abbey.
No,
but if you
definitely
find hostiles out in the wild, especially those damn sturges.
Oh no, that's not nice.
Yo, they're horrible.
Then you're welcome to do some pest control.
I'll do what I can. So have you found anything that could help?
Yes, glowing seed that explodes.
Where can I find that? That sounds like fun.
It doesn't grow on the island, Myla. That's a book from the mainland.
Oh.
That's at this point that brother you walk in.
Well, what happens is I walk past
Yes.
the library, and then I think to myself, like, hold up. I've got an idea. I remember the name he said. Or... No. You did mention the name, right?
I did.
You did. I'm trying to figure out if it rings a bell in any of the languages I know.
So, yeah, I know. I mean, I know that, like, what languages the axe sounds like, but I don't know more.
Well, there is a draconic and elvish tenor to the name. It isn't a traditional draconic name like Claugliamata or Rolothim or
Or yeah.
it's not a chromatic name.
Like illicit with a lisp.
Like
Sorry, that. Oh, God, so good.
it's not a metallic name either. But there is a draconic. It's elvish. It's got a very elvish lilt to it. But it is a draconic name, as far as you can tell.
Okay. And then I stop just beyond just past the door of the library, and I hear the ruckus going on about exploding seeds. And I turn around and I go in, and I'm like, exploding seeds?
Yeah, it's something that they don't have here. So I got excited over nothing.
Oh, Tarak, I guess you've met just once.
Yes, I've met Mr. Nightwing.
Middle name once.
But remember, just once.
I've only met him this once.
This reminds me of that Asterix. That Asterix goes to Britain. He says his cousin wants removed, but just don't shake him too hard.
You're struggling with what? You're
Me and
arguing
Myla.
what?
Well, I'm aware that you went looking for that seaweed that glows, and
Did we bring it back?
We did.
We did, yeah.
We
did bring
gathered
it
some
back,
of
yeah.
it.
yes, you still have it. But I went over the notes and discovered that yes, it's. We were hoping to find something that we could do to help you turn it into a health potion or something useful along the way.
And the
yes.
last time I
So,
investigated, there was no alchemy stuff.
basically, in game time yesterday, I've got a note here. Brother goes to island library. Seaweed, glimmerweed seems to be around the island, and then before we went to the island, we did retrieve some of it the evening before we went to the
The grave.
the boat.
Yes, the wreck of the compass.
The compass
yeah.
rose. Before we went to the compass rose, we actually did get some, but we went to the compass rose before we handled the seaweed, as far as I recall.
Yeah, but we did bring it back. That's the point.
Yeah.
Give me those notes. And I start looking through them again. Maybe another set of eyes could help.
Of course,
Why
yes.
do I sound like him or him, Tarak now? Yeah, maybe another set of eyes could help.
There we go. Yeah, just mute it all. It's like take whatever voice you have and slather it in
apathy.
Yeah.
Myla excitedly rushes about and hands you several documents, hoping that this is helpful, this is helpful, and they're all something that glows and
I
potentially
just smile at
explodes.
her and say thanks with everyone she brings. Every single one. Every single time she brings me something, I say thanks.
Yes. I'm so useful.
And Tarak is like, oh, you're only encouraging her, but all right, let's get down to business. Now, what I know of alchemy is that as long as we can break it down to its basest form, we should be able to infuse it with a little of magic that should enhance its natural existing magics. Now, how do we do that? And then he, picks up a tome, he starts leafing through. Do we have any troll snot on
Oh my
hand?
god, this sounds like me solving problems.
While they're busy with this, I just kind of sneak out because I see brothers enjoying this, so I just sneak out and I go up to Chuck and say, "What's in here?"
Oh yeah, if you enter my room, we're looking up. We've got like a barrel of apples, and we're just peeling apples. Like, I say nothing. I just hold out a knife to you. Hilt first.
And I take the knife.
You need to. Sorry, I'm crying again. Carry on.
But Myla, could you? I love everything that you're bringing to me. Could you arrange it in a neat stack so that I can look at it later?
Oh, good idea. I like stacks.
And now I'm thinking to myself, how intelligent are kobolds?
Depends on what they are in terms of their
They can be quite
hierarchy.
intelligent.
She's specifically actually a kobold inventor. She can build things out of scrap,
She can read.
and she can read.
Alphabetical, please.
But some of them,
I will do so. And she gets this glint in
You
her
found
eye.
the one kobold of ADHD. Hyperfocus activated.
I look over at Tarak. Maybe that'll keep her a bit busy.
Indeed.
We don't have troll snot.
That's a yes, of course. No, why would
Some
we?
form of acid, perhaps, could break it down.
Potentially. There must be something in these notes that we can use as a helpful something or other.
I sit next to him and I start looking
And
with him
then,
through the book
then
to
Milo's
find
like,
something.
You know, if you're looking to amplify something, zaps is always a good way to go.
Mila,
Zaps, you mean like electricity?
Mila, where would we get?
The
And
storm.
then Tarak gets this look. We could ask Grunara. If we boil the glimmerweed you brought us, that should be enough to extract its natural oils, and perhaps with a spark of lightning, it might be able to activate the latent magics in the glimmerweed.
You just need a lightning.
Sounds like a plan.
You just need a kite in a key or a lightning rod. Or a kobold with a very long stick. But no, we don't want to kill any kobolds.
So while this is happening, in the kitchen, there are now 2 extra hands to begin peeling the apples.
And I'm just nervously making small talk.
And Varnoth just sort of like, to all your small
And
talk.
it's
And
it just so
as-
happens that was like the 3rd grave I ever dug. It's like if we finish digging it, and there's like already a grave in there. The abbey, the caretaker for the abbey, which is like you just dumped on me that day. I had to dig 3 more graves before midnight.
It's at this point that Varnoth has stopped peeling the apples and is now pouring flour and
Oh,
eggs
she's
and
making-
milk
yeah, she's
into
doing
a bowl to make the pastry.
And every now and then, while I'm chopping apple, I just misplace a slice into my mouth and make the apples disappear.
Your axe says, there's something odd about this woman. I think I sense a fellow dragon slayer.
You think I should ask her about it? I think this.
Oh yes, do ask her about it.
And then after midnight, it was just so happened that I had then actually struck. It was the first time I found a ring on a finger, and my faith was
Rolling the
tested.
pastry out
My
now.
faith was tested that I had to give the ring back. Could have set me up nice back in Neverwinter.
Arnov, do you slay dragons?
The rolling pin stops.
Why do you ask?
No reason. Just
No one asks that for no reason. But if you must know, I was privy to the death of a dragon, yes.
which one?
It was a young black dragon. Me and my
Oh,
crew
those are the worst.
were trying to skin him. Let's just say he skinned most of us before I survived.
That is sad to hear that you lost a good deal of your party, but did you manage to skin him at least?
I think so.
That's good. Black dragons
He
are
wasn't
the
moving
worst.
when I limped out of his cave.
I want to say something, but I just sort of continue peeling and shut up.
Then I think. Really, what do you think? Hold on, let me get that. Sorry. What do you think Sardior would make of this?
Varnoth cocks her head.
No, I think this to my
Oh,
to Berelia.
you think this to Berelia. Berelia goes,
I don't think Sadio thinks all that much about things anymore, but I suppose as long as it's a dragon that was slain because it needed to be taken care of. You know my stance on chromatic dragons. Sadio's a little more pacifistic.
Oh. Good to know. Well, thank you. And then, yeah, so I just dropped the subject with Varnov for the moment.
fair enough. Meanwhile, back in the library, Tarak says,
We'll need a pot to boil the the glimmerweed in.
The kitchen is next door.
Yes, it is. And Varnoth should be in a brilliant mood, he says sarcastically. Knock, knock.
Oh, more hands.
No. We're here for a pot.
Do you have a spare pot? Your hands are busy.
I have one. What size do you need, Tarak? Not too big. Just a saucepan will be good enough.
Will this do? As I clearly pick up something that's gonna I've got 2 left feet in a kitchen, so I pick up one pan and 3 other fall down. It's just gling 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 gling. I'll pick that up. Is this fine?
Yes, that should do.
Yeah, lovely. Here you go. What are you busy with, brother?
He's not there. It's
You're
Tarak.
talking to someone that's
Oh,
not
I
there.
thought you came with him. Okay.
No.
Tarak runs back to the library. Yes, sorry.
What are you up to?
Boiling glimmerweed.
Oh, you found a use for it.
Yes. You might want to be privy to this. I think I was informed
I
that
was hoping
Lunara
so.
told you
I just sort of
about the face.
It's fine. I'll come along. I'm gonna put on a knife and hastily stack the pots back, and I just rapidly leave the room. It got a bit chill in there.
I follow and just give
As
a
you-
nod and a wave to Varnov and I grab an apple and leave.
Don't worry, you've peeled enough apples. The
I
pastry's
guess-
nearly done.
I guess that as you exit, I'm being dragged outside by Mila, I guess. She's excited.
No, everyone comes rushing back into the library. Tarak in tow, and he stops mid-run, and he's like, we're gonna probably have to go back to the kitchen to boil this.
Might I suggest we use an open flame further down and not the kitchen?
Yeah.
There's some other
There's
some other cooking
that would
happening.
probably constitute disrespect. Very well, let's go down the mountainside. Onwards and upwards. Downwards. You know what I mean.
Oh my god. Kill him for protect.
And you are all rushed down the mountain. And indeed,
Pot spans, weird weeds.
yep. Mila is super excited. She's like, yes, going to zap the pot. No, yes, but first we're going to boil it. And he gathers some water, which you also helped in procuring, into the pot, and he sets it over a little device, a brazier of sorts, so that they
A
can
quick
pile wood.
outdoor stove type
Yes,
of thing.
and he lights that and puts the pot over that and puts the glimmerweed in.
What exactly is it you're trying to do here, brother? It seemed the glimmerweed glowed. It could have just been a trick of the light or magic. Are you hoping we'll get something useful out of this?
Yes.
I've
And this is
never
the first
seen you
time
this.
You've seen me smile.
I think
And the glint in my eye. I'm very tired looking,
Yeah.
but I've got that glint in my eye because I used all my spell slots. So I'm very tired looking, but I'm excited about this.
I take a visible step back. It's like, okay, how can I help?
Yeah, I also step back and say, "Oh, smart God, help us!
All right,
What did he say?
Oh, smart God."
Smart God.
you can make a history check on that.
I'm
one
gonna
as well.
make.
I'm
a
gonna
history
make
check
one
on
as
that.
well.
Yeah, I'm dropping hints.
Yeah, I mean, we are both from a religious background, so we might can I actually make a religion check because I mean
Can.
you invoked a god's name.
It's no
History.
I think this one is a history check.
Understood?
Yeah, this is.
This one is a history check.
I roll an 8.
The name also rings as
I'm too
draconic,
scared
but
and
that's
he's too
about it.
tired.
Yeah.
But after about 30 minutes of boiling, it forms a layer of oil
Molasses.
of separation on top of the water, which he scoops out
Mother.
into another canister. Right. Now back up the mountain to Runara.
Okay, I'll back this up. As I just start cleaning the coals and stuff.
All right.
So I'll lag behind by a little.
Right.
You're just making sure nothing gets burnt down.
Yeah, because I don't want a random kobold, I don't know, to end up like just quiet mountainside and suddenly a burning kobold runs across the sea. That's what I'm trying to avoid. They're cute, but I don't want them
Yeah,
dead.
then it looks like that in Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
on
but
fire.
that dives into the water.
Yes, that one would look like that.
The
group reconvenes after making sure that any potential fire hazards have been dealt with at the rooftop.
Music change?
Yes. Switch it actually to the observatory ambience for a brief moment.
Just for a bit of respite.
Yes. You arrive and Runara's like, "Oh, you all seem very excited about something. What can I help with?"
I look over at Tarak because he knows what he's talking
Right,
about.
yes. We have managed to distill some glimmerweed into, its basic oils, and Myla had the brilliant suggestion of, you might call it a spark of genius.
Yes, Tarak, you are going to get to a point at some point?
Yes, lightning. We think we can activate the latent magic potential in this with some lightning.
Ah, I understand. All right, everyone, back up. Make sure you're at the edges of the room and well grounded.
Yes,
And he sets
Yes, I'm in the corner.
he sets the vial down over here. I'm going to draw it in quickly over here. And then Runara steps back.
now this is going to be interesting.
And she reverts to her true form of a dragon.
I'm still amazed by it, by the way.
Oh, great Sadio, that never gets old.
Just to find...
He keeps on saying that name, and I'm trying to
That's
figure
a
out...
different name that I said now.
That one is
That's
a
a di-
religion check if you want.
Is that one a religion?
That
check?
one is a religion
That
check.
one's
I'm
religion.
not there currently. I'm still running up after cleaning up.
She reverts to her true form, and she takes a deep breath. And an arc of lightning strikes this little vial, and you expect it to explode and shatter, but instead it bubbles and begins to glow a bright blue. And then the glow fades slightly, but doesn't completely disappear. And Runara says,
I hope this will be of use.
Thank you.
Indeed, I think it was quite successful. I have no idea what it does, though.
Should one of us go and
We should probably test
touch it?
I'm gonna reach over to the thing, and I'm gonna walk over to the
and touch
vial
it.
and carefully touch it because it might still be hot.
it might.
I go like
You touch it, and it is still quite warm, yes.
but it's not scaldingly.
But it's not scalding hot, no.
What does it smell like?
Smell it.
You smell ozone from the air, and if you uncork it, you smell sugar and brine. It isn't a pleasant mixture,
Like sweet ocean smell.
but it is
Like
definitely
ancient wind.
stronger than you anticipated it being.
I think back on the countless of times I worked with healing potions. Of course, I haven't.
That count of times 5 minutes ago.
Let me just quickly see. I wonder. Oh yeah, that's where I need to click.
I could make my best guess at what the potion does, but I cannot guarantee that I will know exactly what its capabilities are.
Yes.
I kind of whisper, and I'm still in the corner. I whisper, "Why you know?" My axe.
No, why would I know?
I, at this point,
You're smart,
I'm going to walk up to
Yes,
the...
but I'm an axe currently.
and you're curious. I don't know what you know before you became an axe.
Well, tell me what its material arcana components are, and I'll be able to answer you.
Okay.
Is it time for me to... Am I close to the top again? To the...
You were in the room.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was behind it, but okay, fair enough. Okay, but I was going to walk up to it and, well, brother, let's hope my constitution holds. And I'm going to take my water skin, dip a small bit of water into it, and just sip it as a test. So basically, I'm going to sip some of this blue glimmer weed.
According to this, I'm 2 wounded or 2 HP.
2 wounded.
Yeah.
So that means that's amount of number that's being subtracted from your total.
So when your wounds reach your HP total, you're on 0 HP.
Yeah.
Oh,
You count
basically
up.
like that. Oh, you
Yeah.
count up. Okay, so I do have a bit of damage to me.
You've got 2 wounds, yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I should just sip this.
Take
I
one for
also
the
have
team.
2 wounds. but I've got what's
While
your total
they're
health?
doing that, I would
18.
I would
So you're worse
talk to
off.
Tarak and get the components from him and kind of just whisper it under my breath while he's explaining it to me.
Tarak sort of goes, Glimmerweed and lightning.
Glimmerweed and lightning.
That doesn't help, dear.
Crap.
Does anybody have a position if I take a quick sip of this?
Yes, but just be careful. Potions, there's very little of it, and it might not be effective if you don't drink the entire thing. But,
I'd rather us know, at least taste it and understand what it is.
indeed, of course.
Just
And
like a
I
finger
will
in and
assure, I will, if you befall some grievous injury, I will use my humble abilities to ensure your safety.
Now, it's not that we would. I don't want to take an untested magical potion to
While
combat.
they're talking, I walk over and I gulp it down.
All of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is my first foray into
You're
alchemy.
you're too excited not
Yeah.
to.
And tired.
Yeah.
You gulp it down. It tastes also sweet and salty going down. And then you feel invigorated, revitalized, like you could go another 100 miles before needing rest.
Holy crap. Okay.
What you have just drunk is a potion of vitality.
Oh.
When you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting
Oh,
you.
nice.
And for the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend.
Nice.
The potion's, well, in this case, blue liquid, regularly pulses with dull light, calling to mind a heartbeat.
Nice. So, dude, what does it taste like? And how do you feel? Are you going to die?
Sweet and salty and no.
Oh, good God!
We
Look
can go to the observatory now.
at those eyes, brother. Chuck, do you see this guy's eyes?
Well, brother can't see his own eyes, but
Yeah, I
yes.
said Chuck.
Yeah.
I started saying brother. My bad.
So, just a quick question. It doesn't take away the spell slots. I need to rest still for that, right? Okay.
But
just
we've got
making
24 hours. Look, brother, I'm, by the way, if it wasn't for your spell slots, then we would be fine because I've got all my resources still open.
I used my last spell slot to figure out what the hell.
Yeah, no, but I've still got my second wind and action surge open. So, but anyway, so, brother, let's.
I look like someone who's dead tired who just drank 4 cans of Red Bull.
Yeah.
I'm tired. You can see that I'm tired. but
Yeah,
You can
let's
see you're
not,
tired, but there's.
let's not go anywhere right now. I think you
You're
might
wired.
yeah,
I'm wired, yeah.
you might get a heart attack on the way.
Brother, I think you need to come sit down for a moment. Your pupils are dilating.
But before you sit down, run to the bottom.
No,
come back.
No.
We need a way to store the lightning for future use or recreate that effect somehow.
Well, we need more glimmerweave then.
Yes, well, I mean,
Do we not have more?
I am happy to help you as much as possible, but please do remember, I'm not your personal lightning rod.
We need our own sort of lightning.
I don't mean, yeah. We need a
We didn't mean
renewable
you.
source. I
We
didn't mean you.
It'll be useful to have a repeatable source eventually.
Yes.
But for now, brother, let's go and I don't know, read or something. Whatever you do to get your heart rate down.
Yes, let's go. So while this is happening, everything is happening in slow motion
you're-
for me, and I'm like just talking.
You're,
normal.
yeah, you're still this like dour person, but everything you're doing is like very fast.
My walking speed is increased by 2.
Yes, the leg movement is increased by 2, but your walking speed remains the same.
I'm then gonna vote for we start a long rest. You can recharge your spells and then we can head off while we've got the 24 hours on our side. What time of day is it right now?
It was 10 when we started.
Yes, it was 10 when you started. It is now 12.
12 p.m.
Yeah, if you get going under the cover of night might not be a bad idea either.
Always good to go under cover of night.
I can't see that well, but in general, but I can't see at night. But it's still.
I can.
But if what?
Dark vision.
How do you have dark vision?
I just do.
Cool. Skipping over that for a moment, we do have a brother. I say we go at night.
When the sun has set.
Yes. And the moon is high.
Yes, that's when you ambush the sun, when it's
When it is set.
when it has set.
So,
While they're talking about dark vision, I go, he's got dark vision too, and I cast light on his weapon.
On my weapon. My weapon. Well, oh God. It's I've got a short sword. It's like great. It's gonna go away for what 8 hours.
8 hours.
I put it in the corner of my room. Just look at it. Just fall over. Sleep.
It makes the noise fluorescent tubes do.
I wake up and there's like a million little gnats swarming around it.
so guys, do you have more of that glimmering weed? Glimmerweed?
We use, I think, the
Or
entire
did you use
batch.
everything?
I believe we used everything.
You used everything. Yes,
We
you
nearly
could find,
didn't get the
yes.
little bit we'd had. I had to re-roll. I think I used inspiration or something.
So
too.
is
No,
that
you-
is that a
you-
scarce resource then?
not
really.
scarce, just hard to get to.
Okay.
You
So
essentially ended up taking a 20.
So if we could get more, brew up multiple batches, could Renara not then just zap everything
Well,
at once?
A couple of problems with that. That's a misuse of Renara's trust on the one side, but the other side as well is we have no proof it'll be repeatable.
True. I was just thinking out loud here, but it's shiny and it glimmers. Come on.
Yes, and his heart is about to explode.
And by the way, I keep on talking like this to you guys. You know, I'm talking like that. Like there's dark light. You can see in the night. You know, that's how I talk. But you guys are now used to me talking
I
so
go to bed
fast.
and in the next room he's just running like entire poker ring for the bunch of kobolds. Are you passing? I've got to do too far. You push
more
you
like
push.
an auction.
There's one kobold in the back of a paddle just going, I don't know what's going on. But I just bought something. You win a new Nissan.
It's a rhino. Anyways, yes. You can take a long rest now if you wish, and then leave at 8 p.m. because 8 hours later it would be 8 p.m.
And I think the long rest might be a good time for
A break.
Just a quick thing before we go. I need to give you a bit of outside interesting information
Oh, yes.
about Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you mentioned this earlier.
Yeah. So I have not told you guys yet because I want to see your expressions around the table. So apparently, if you use the free photo mode in Baldur's Gate, where you
Yeah,
can
the free camera,
the
yes.
free camera mode, every time after white-haired man,
Astarion.
Astarion.
the vampire.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, every time after he fed or
Yes.
after he feeds,
Yes.
if you pause the action and change the camera around, his face is sullen and sad and everything. But every time you see him, he smiles. Like when your player camera sees him.
He smiles,
Smiles
but
and
if you
he's
take a
happy.
photo of him,
But if you take a photo after he fed, it's like he hates feeding.
yeah, but he does. He doesn't like.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So-
but it's actually in the game. You
That's
can
awesome.
literally check that out and
The,
like.
the thing
That's
is,
cool.
I don't like him
Don't
because
spoil me.
he's a bit of a twat. In my next playthrough, I might include him more.
But anyway, we're on a
Anyways,
break.
yes, guys, to grab something to drink, we're gonna grab something to drink ourselves, and see you guys in a few minutes.
Yeah. And welcome back to the second part of Stormwreck Isle, everybody.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Hope you went to the loo and grabbed yourselves a drink or two,
Yes.
and maybe let go of some of that ancient wind.
Still good. Still good. The oh god, we had to talk in the break now, and now I'm not sure where we're going.
Don't worry about it, I've got it covered.
Okay. I'm following you as, like, the head of the tribe. So.
We've got it covered.
Okay. In that case, brother,
Take it away.
go for it.
Indeed. You have managed to acquire 2 potions, one of which you had to brew yourself, the other of which you have yet to identify, that came out of a dusty cupboard.
Oh yeah,
And
forgot
the
about
latter was promptly drunk.
that. The prior.
He's currently giving brother heartburn,
Oh, shame.
and
He's
you
lightning.
now
with
have a
damage.
choice. You can rest and journey to the observatory or to any other locations you may wish to try and find on the island, or you can journey now if you wish to tempt fate.
Oh, it's an oily substance.
When I wake up, go outside, burp a few times. Heartburn is it's a bit of a bitch. Any of the other people awake yet or outside?
At this point, yes.
So I'm assuming this is after our long
the
rest.
kobolds would have begun to move about.
Is this?
This is before your long
Okay.
rest.
Oh, it's before.
This is just before your long rest, yes.
Okay.
Just to clarify, Dylan, I got an oil flask.
No. I will
Because I do have an oil flask, it seems.
yes, you have an oil flask. I will give you the correct potion that you have acquired.
The smoky thing.
Yes.
I just want the item, even if it's unidentified.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you.
Potion.
I don't know how I'm gonna identify this. I'll go to Inara in the morning. Runara, sorry. I want to say Inara constantly. Why? Oh, shit.
And
You don't just want to, you do.
No, Fair enough. Fair enough.
as my mind is still slightly racing,
Yes.
I remember something, and I look at Chuck, and I say the following: "This tribe shall not fall. We need to go back to the caves, for healing potions."
But the cave, we don't even know what we fought in the caves, brother. Those things were fire and dragons, and we're not sure that Runara will be able
Dragons?
to. Oh, not
Bad
exactly.
dragons?
No. More. Well. Look, it wasn't good. It was something. We don't even know how we got. Well, we know Runara saved us there, but we don't know if she'll be there again.
We have to try this. We have to try. If we go to the Myconid caves, not only will we help the Myconids with their issue, we'll help the Abbey with their healing potion issue, which means they could be better prepared to fend for themselves. I think we should take the risk.
I agree with you.
Lots of fighting.
I know I don't know them, but doing good for the common people, or any people for that matter, is always
If
a good
these
choice.
Myconids are being harassed by a draconic force, I encourage you to go and smite it.
Yes, obviously in his head, right? Okay, fair enough.
Dudes, we need to go there.
But first we
You
First
need to
we
go to the
rest.
toilet. There's like it's just like a silent canyon, and we just hear.
and then
It's a potion of vitality, not constipation.
Okay, well, I know you say it's a potion of vitality, but this is literally
We don't know the side
this is literally
effects.
seaweed that we electrocuted and boiled.
There
Not in
was
that
no
order.
clinical trials. He is the clinical trial.
Fair enough. You guys are the co-writers of the story, so if you say that this potion gives you constipation, then it does.
It gives you
It's-
constipation
look, if-
when you've been up for
if
God
you're
knows
making
how
a-
long, and exhausted all your spell slots.
A potion made without an alembic is just a suspension, and suspensions are dangerous.
It got zapped real good though. No, I'm joking.
So did his liver. Anyways,
And his kidneys and his heart.
I'm gonna turn in for the evening using my glowing sword as a nightlight.
Same here.
I have a cobalt. I have a
Not in the same bed.
I have a kobold sit by the sword with his hands together, and every time a bug comes close, he just slaps it. Got my own little bug zapper.
So every now and then, just as you going into REM sleep, you just
Yeah, we have that actually in our bedroom. One of those zappers. So it's like 2:00 in the morning. Zap.
like oh crap.
Who's shooting at us? Anyways,
All right.
So while they're taking a nap,
Yes.
just before I turn in to also, well, I don't really need a long rest since I'm still fresh. So I would just sit and take care of my weapons and well, converse.
yeah, I'm just gonna rest. I've got nothing. I'm a bit tuckered out. It's middle of the day technically, but preparing for tonight, I'm gonna try and just sort of get in as many naps and lying still as possible.
Rest. You all take a long rest.
Relatively recently, I lost an eye.
And it is now 8 hours on. I'm moving the time forward. 8 p.m. Which means it is quite dark.
Well, my sword goes dark, and I go look for brother, and for I still need to remember Noldar. Right, you two of you ready to go?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I trust your judgment, brother.
I just need to make sure something. Okay, no, I've got everything ready. Yeah.
All right. You begin.
So we are going to the caves.
Yes.
You begin
Agreement.
Yes.
to depart for the Myconid
I was
Caves.
about to say caves of hunger, but that's something different.
That's very different. This party
Every
will
time-
die in the entranceway of the Caves of
I
Hunger.
spent 6 months with you, I think, in the caves of hunger, so
Don't think it was that long, but it could have been.
could have been a year for all I care. It was so long.
Okay, the Seagrow Caves. Just got to find them. There they are.
And I do explain to Mr. Noldar, Mr. Once, just once. I do
Please just
explain to
explain it
him
once.
about
Although, might have to explain it another time. We'll see. Yes? You explain to me?
that we fought tentacle in the water.
Okay.
So
Well,
just
a full octopus, technically speaking.
well, full octopus basically. Yeah, sorry, tentacle octopus. No. So just be ready.
Cool.
Those are slimy bastards.
You once more trek across the island and walk down this naturally formed set of steps and plunk into the now knee-high waters of the mouth of the caves. And luckily, this time, there is no snarling 8-armed cephalopod trying to eat you.
Yeah. Just a question for Dylan. Is my dark vision set to the correct dark vision?
I believe it should be. I will double check for you.
Technical details being checked. Apologies also for any.
And I'm just
audio,
asking because
but got it sorted out.
Beryllius.
Yes, no, but you can't see through the axe.
Yes, but
But it is bigger than yours, yes.
Okay.
The axe can see better than you can.
yes.
A piece of cloth I use to cover my face with water.
Mm-hmm.
I just put it on my face again. I know there's a batch of there's a freshwater spring thing
Just
in the
past the
middle,
entrance.
Okay.
inside. We just gotta wet it because the smell might knock us out.
Okay. Good to know.
Quite dangerous.
Thank you.
You can get a scrap of cloth or something. If you don't have, I should have something spare.
Chuck, after you.
Right. I'll pick up my shield and my short sword, and I head in first.
Yes, and
And
I will.
as we're heading in, I'm also telling him, do not attack until we tell you to. Or until you get attacked.
I will
I still have my makeshift mask, so
I
I'm just
will-
going to add that.
follow Chuck with shield in hand and axe in the other hand.
Okay, let me just move my token.
And
enough.
I will also use something to fashion a mask.
Fair enough. You all begin to move forward into the caves. I'm just waiting for everyone's movement requests.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
I don't know where exactly because I can only see as far as his light is. I'm following the light.
My light is... Did you reactivate my light? Then?
I have not. Let me reactivate that. Apologies.
My
I
sword would
was assuming you had a source of light already.
There's
but
a small part of Chuck that just feels very heroic. I grew up digging graves for a church that has paladins and things. Now I'm literally like this, like walking into a cave with a glowing sword above my head. There's a small part of me going like, yeah, look at me. But yes.
All right. As you enter the caves, something lashes out at you, Chuck.
Oh no.
Shit.
And I need to actually roll for this to see how many attacks it makes.
What? No, wait. What? There
And
wasn't
it
any
is
danger in
going
here.
to make 4 attacks at you
Wait, what?
as
okay,
4 little tendrils.
Wait. Okay, my armor class is up. Dunk. Shield. Second attack. Shield again.
And you actually now see what it is as well, and everyone can roll initiative for me.
Brother, what is this?
This little podling, this fungus with tendrils that's moving on its own, lashes out at you.
This is not good.
I
What
clicked
the
the wrong
hell?
thing, sorry.
No worries. This is what you see attacking you.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Nasty.
Wait. I'm confused now. Do we fight this? Do we run from this? Do we? Oh, I'll have to wait for my turn.
Do you...
Are there any myconids in the area?
There are myconids in the area.
What are they doing?
They do not seem perturbed by these things, though these things are quite adamant on attacking you, as evidenced by the 4 attacks launched at Chuck. But up first in initiative is Nuldar.
So I say attack or not attack? Free action quickly.
I'm just
They are fungi. I just
Yeah.
need to confirm they're fungi. They look like.
They look like fungi.
get behind me for now. Do you know anything about plants?
No, I don't. Not about these anyway.
Any history or nature checks you can maybe do?
Let's have a look-see here.
We need information.
Mm.
We're currently lacking information.
Well, I can do one. I don't have proficiencies in it, but I can do something.
It will take you a bonus action to sit and contemplate these fungus creatures.
Would I be able to fall asleep?
Can you maybe read it? Yeah.
I'm going to try something.
Ooh.
And I will cast sleep. I've not cast spells a lot. so-
Roll for me. Roll the dice.
Yeah, how many d8s is it?
I think it's 98, something like that.
Let's see if I can get a spell up for us.
I can as well. It is 5d8s that you roll for a first level sleep spell.
Okay, so I just take 5d8s and roll them
Yep.
straight.
Yes.
There we go. That's a lot of information.
Like such.
20
Nice.
hit points worth of creatures will fall asleep in a 90-foot range. Starting with the creature that has the least
I'm
amount
fine
of hit points. Now let us see. That's 18. That's 18. So this creature will fall asleep. That is Kraz. The myconid is incapacitated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then Molan is also incapacitated.
Molan, no! Who is Merlin again? Oh, it's
one of the other Myconids.
Wonderful.
Within a 20-foot point. So actually, you could have drawn a 20-foot circle like so, and then chosen any number of creatures in that area, which would have included, I suppose,
I should be fine.
Yes, it would
I would have
affect.
chosen the fungus
Yeah, obviously. I
if they were
suppose.
susceptible, which I don't know yet. So
So they are not susceptible.
Fair enough. You could have placed the spells in such a way that it would not affect either of the Myconids, and therefore will only affect creatures within that area. And now you learn something very interesting about these creatures. Brother has the least amount of hit points
oh crap.
in the group.
Yeah.
And when you subtract 15 from 20,
but he's not in the circle,
there is
though.
only 5 left, and that is not enough to affect anyone else.
But
And he's not in the area.
Ah.
Good.
yes. I was about to say he's not in the area.
He's not in the area. But no, unfortunately, they are not affected.
Okay, and I just
So these are literally just
I just mentioned that to them, to the party.
monstrosities.
They weren't here in the last time we were here. Hey?
They won't sleep.
They didn't attack
That
you the
means
last
these
time
aren't-
you were here.
These aren't
Okay.
interesting.
Okay, wait, where's the combat tracker now?
Now it
two
is
swords, top
Brother's turn.
Brother. Is
I take off the mask
Mm-hmm.
and I scream, "We're friendly! Where's your king?"
That strange sensation of a voice inside your head, which you are used to, Nuldar, pervades you, and the Myconid's rapport spores once more allow you to communicate telepathically with them, and they say, "The violet fungus are not of our ilk. They will attack when they are hungry."
And I communicate back so we can attack them.
If you need to survive them, you have our permission.
Okay.
lovely.
There we go.
Green light.
Fantastic.
IFF active.
Now, remember, my mask is off.
Okay.
So you guys do see that my mask is off.
Okay.
So I still can do something, right?
That was a bonus action, I'll say, to call out to the Myconids.
Okay. Lovely.
So yes, you have an action to attack or cast a spell.
I'm gonna
If you are going to move up next to me.
well, I can see them from here,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna just hold the dead on number 1 and 3. Is that correct?
Oh, you're told the dead. Cool.
Number 1 and 3? No, they're not. Number 3 is not within 5 feet of number 1, if you are targeting number 1.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Wait. Okay. Now I'm targeting number 1, the one that attacked Chuck.
Fair enough.
Okay, I just need to. You know that Monday break? It's really not that good for my.
No,
remembering
it
stuff.
it screws up our entire planning.
So I select him. How do I select him again?
Left control.
click.
Hold control and then click on them. So let go of control first. Then
I
click.
clicked on him.
and-
It says targets violet fungus 1.
Oh, wonderful. Then you're good.
And then I roll the save, right?
Yes. This is going to sound really shitty, but I did actually hit Chuck with a critical earlier.
Oh crap! You did.
Yeah, you can go check in the chat log.
No, it's fine. Just do the damage. So we
But
can
I
move.
did forget to do
The first
damage.
3 missed. I didn't pay attention to the fourth.
So
Yeah, same. Kind of tricked them and then forgot.
I don't know if this will. Yes, it will.
If you're targeting it, no. Then you can do that, or you can just double click the thing and
The D20 itself.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say that it failed the roll, which means it takes a
No,
D8 of damage.
it just takes a D8 of damage, and
Yes.
I click and drag that damage on top of
Just click the damage. If it's targeted, you can just click it again.
Yeah.
No, the little button, the square red.
That.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just like that.
There you go.
2 points.
How many points of damage? Oh my god. Okay.
Chuck, it is your turn.
Well, did I hear that discussion about from the Machinetkin?
Yes, it was telepathic and conveyed overall, but brother also made an effort to let everyone
Shout.
know.
Okay, cool.
Because you guys still had the masks on.
I have a mask on, yes.
Yes.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to attack this thing in front of me. Yeah, no. Basically, what I'm going to do is just short sword. I don't have any special... My abilities are more for defense, not for offense. Ooh. I'm going to use my... No, I'm going to... I'm going to use my point of inspiration. Reroll this. We need to finish this fight quickly.
Okay, so you're hoping for a crit.
It hit. Oh,
Yes.
jeez. I rolled a 3. I didn't pay attention to how it's not. Okay.
It's
right in front of
you!
Yeah, it's a fungus. It ain't got no agility.
Oh my lord. Okay. Nope. Well, I try and prune it, and it doesn't go well.
Yeah, your sword like cleaves into it, but like a really thick mushroom, it just sort of slows
down.
as it like
It's spongy.
Gets
It's
somewhere,
like dents
yes.
in. Okay, I do that, and as I do that, I'm actually going to move. I'm going to also move this way.
righty.
Yes, just to move to the side there, so that I've got better line of sight. Yes, that's me.
Okay. Then the Myconids here are going to, going to step forward and observe the situation. And then it is Violet Fungus 3's turn. Violet Fungus 3 is going to roll for the number of attacks it gets. It's 1 attack.
Oh, thank goodness.
And the only person in range is Chuck.
No, why?
And it misses.
Thank goodness. 4 attacks, by the way. Was that one thing multi-attacking, or is all 4 of them just...
They have a very unique attack ability. I roll a d4 for the number of attacks they get each time.
Oh,
Yes.
that's kind of cool.
That's really cool. It's one of my favorite attack mechanics.
That's really, really
fifth
nice.
edition. But Molan is going to shuffle up the steps here,
Come back here, you plant bastard.
and Kraz is going to shuffle down the corridor. here.
Yeah, it's good that they're out of line of sight, so we don't have to worry about hitting them with something.
Hipsis is going to start coming down the
Hipsis is the
here.
king.
No.
Oh.
He's just the one that you
Spoke to.
conversed with the most last
Yeah.
time, yes. And then Violet Fungus 1's turn.
Violet Fungus 1.
It gets 4 attacks.
Oh my crap.
Not violet fungus, violent.
Violet Fungus. It's a much better name.
It's going to attack Chuck at least once. Oh lord.
Oh, no. No. Oh, lord.
And then it's going to direct the rest of its 3 attacks at Nulgar.
I'm going to have to second win to survive this fight again.
That's a 20 to hit, Nulgar.
20 does hit.
Yes. Okay. 20 does hit.
Ouch.
And then it's going to do 2 more attacks at you.
Ouch.
Wow.
Right, you can slow down after criticals now.
That would be preferable.
Listen, guys. I don't decide the roles.
This cave just wants to kill us.
Me?
This is the cave of hunger.
Ouch.
You know what the really shitty part is? I probably shouldn't tell you this, but you were supposed to fight these things the first time you arrived.
No, I'm aware. I gathered
and I
as
just
much.
removed them because I was like, you're not going to survive. And now I decided, you know what? I'll put some combat back into the episode to spice it up.
Whoops.
One last attack. Let's hope this one misses.
Yes, please.
Oh,
That one's a miss.
Thank goodness.
goeie donor.
Then it
Okay.
is Violet Fungus 2. It has a speed of 5 feet.
It's got a speed.
Of 5 feet.
I thought it was growing in...
Because it goes like...
So it moves 1 square forward and
Or
is
is it more...
going to use an action to dash another square forward. And that's going to be
Hang
Violet
on,
Fungus.
hang
3's
on,
turn.
guys. We're going fast.
And then it is Nuldar's turn again.
Nuller is freaking but out because plants are killing him. And that's why you don't go vegan, boys.
Not the opinion of the entire podcast, but fair enough.
No. And
The views and
that's the
opinions
bad
expressed
joke.
by people on the podcast does not necessarily reflect the vision of the podcast.
You just have a look. I just
Just
want to
create
see
Twitter
something.
handles so people can flame war there and forget about it. Sorry, X handles.
That sounds like a bad thingy.
Hey,
A bad innuendo.
I
all
am
unpack.
going to use Eldritch Blast on
Yes.
Violet Fungus 1.
Go for it.
By the way, it attacked Nuldar from where it stood. It has a reach of 10 feet.
These things are rude.
Yes, they are.
They're slow, they've got reach, and they roll for the number of attacks they get.
Make a ranged
Yes.
spell attack against a creature. Okay, ranged
How is a
spell
level
attack.
1 group supposed to survive this without the cleric?
There we go.
Without the healing cleric?
Wait, aren't we supposed to be a level 2
That
group?
does hit.
But you're also supposed to be 4 people.
I'm getting my teeth kicked in again. I'm gonna lose my other eye.
Supposed to doesn't mean that you can't
No,
still
no,
survive.
definitely. Look, we're gonna probably
That
win.
is a hit.
So I
Roll
can
for damage.
Wait,
go
he just
for my
Eldritch
turn.
Blasted. Which means he just extended his hand and like a blast of force is extended from it.
Yes.
Like over a distance.
A unique ability
Bottom.
most commonly found in warlocks.
That's Chuck grunting, by the way.
Yeah, and
Good roll on damage.
yeah, let's call that. I think I might. They have 10 feet reach, so can they move?
Yes.
Damn it!
Violet Fungus 2 moved 2 squares toward you, and he had
You're
to dash to do
literally
it.
in the threat range of 2 of them now.
Yep.
And if I move now, they will.
If you move outside their threat range, they can make attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
Damn it! I think I will have to enter and stand right here.
I'm going to.
It is brother's turn then.
Threat.
Okay, cool.
saw that
But I
shot.
do have something
Attacked.
that I might
Violent
use.
Fungus 1.
Fair enough.
Violent
Right.
fungus.
So now I'm going to toll the day to him again.
Go for it.
Just make sure I'm selected, so I... Am I selected? Now I am.
And then you hold control.
Wait, I need to click again.
Yeah.
He's not
It
targeted.
remains targeted unless something happens.
Ah, okay.
It'll
okay.
usually remain targeted.
And then I... click once.
On the
Yes.
little dice square.
Oh.
There we go.
I'll say...
That does the save on the creature.
He succeeds, unfortunately, and takes no damage from the cantrip.
Cantrips on the save or save or suck.
Fucker!
That was your action. Do you wish to do something with your movement or bonus action?
Don't run out of the cave.
I could have done that. Oops.
I was waiting for you to do it.
I'm
Let's use
good.
them.
Okay.
I'm good.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of, but fair enough.
I'm good. I keep
Okay.
an eye on Violent Fungus number 2.
Okay, Chuck.
I'm
your
going
turn.
to step 1. I'm going to second wind because this is ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Second wind. That's a D10. I roll a 9.
And get a total of 11. Yes,
Yeah.
brilliant.
I sort of like I slam my sword into my shield like, and I rip my face mask off. Right. Let's do this. And I am going to attack this fungus in front of me just to see if I can end its
Miserable existence.
violent existence. It's not miserable. It's just angry. It's angy.
It's hungry,
It's angy flowers.
which means it could be hangry.
Oh!
It is hangry.
That's a hit.
Nearly a crit. Come on, kill this thing. Yes! Okay.
Cleave this mushroom in 2.
Wait, he might roll a d20 to see if they resurrect or not.
Don't give him ideas.
Get like a little spray
No, it's
bottle.
not a zombie fungus.
It
That
could be.
would have been scary as
And then what I want to do is I want to move to protect my friends. So I'm going to move to here so that I'm within 5 feet of everyone there, meaning I can use my reaction to shield.
Indeed. You move out of Violet Fungus 3's threat range.
Yeah, let it shoot.
It is going to do an attack of opportunity.
And a attack of opportunity.
an attack, yes.
Yeah.
Attacks of opportunity are usually only 1.
Look, my armor class is 18, so statistically, I've got a good chance of just tanking all of this. I just got a few bad shots. Also, you kept rolling crits on me.
I rolled 1 crit on you and 1 on someone else.
It's too many.
Anyways,
Wait,
nearly
how
killed
do,
that someone else.
how do they look? I mean, okay, he obviously healed himself,
Well,
or reinvigorated himself. What does
But
just once look like?
These creatures, they don't do physical damage. These tendrils latch onto you, and then you literally watch as their veins blacken.
so you can open your combat
And
tracker.
their skin shrivels as they take necrotic damage.
With Hexblade's curse,
Descriptive text to tell you.
even if I don't kill the creature, do I still gain
Oh, us. We're up there as well.
hit points?
I will
if
have
it
to
dies?
double check
there's your
and
hit
get
points.
back to you. In the meantime, Rugoso is going to move down this tunnel here.
As he brings his Uzi into the room and opens fire on these bastards.
Violet Fungus.
Say hello to
3
my little
is
flower.
Going to move 5 feet this way.
Oh no! Oh no! Watch
And
out, boys!
then-
It's running.
Dash 5 feet.
It's just like it's like it pulls all this. It turtles in and just turns into the ball and goes.
And then Kraz is going to continue down the tunnel here.
Kraz.
And then
Can't imagine you need to fight these things after fighting like a pseudo Hydra type of thing.
Nee?
This is such a dangerous adventure.
Ja, nee.
Not even Cragmore Hideout is this dangerous.
Ja, nee. Hipses is going to come down the stairs and he's going to dash to here.
Oh look, it's coming to flower it.
Violet Fungus 2 is going to roll for the number of attacks it gets. 1.
Oh, yes.
He's going to lash out at Chuck, who just stepped in front of
Okay,
him.
it's fine. You can just attack me. It's fine. Yeah. Good. Yeah, into the shield. Dunk.
Hilda, your turn. Let me now double check on that ability of yours, Hexblade's Curse.
Yes, please.
Let me.
Oh, you're a
go
Hexblade. Well, meta information, but.
Hexblade. Starting at first, you place a baleful curse on someone. As a bonus action, choose 1 creature. The curse ends early if the target dies. You gain bonus damage to the rolls, any attack roll. If the cursed target dies, you regain hit points equal to your warlock level. So yeah, it just needs to be the cursed creature that dies.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if I kill it or not.
No.
Sweet. Then I will activate said curse.
Excellent.
Okay, now this has a lot
curse,
of
also known as
stuff.
stuffing a credit
Moving
card.
parts, yes.
Yes, let me have a look-see here.
Hexblade
This-
curse.
Hexblade curse.
You're
just have a look.
definitely a warlock.
So I've got 2 effects that I can. Okay, so that effect would be on myself.
So what is Hexblade's curse?
That would
So
be
it is a feature
myself.
of the Hexblade Warlock, which means
Okay,
that,
that-
warlocks make pacts with patrons like devils and archfey and undead. A Hexblade made a pact with a living weapon,
Okay.
And so I
and
hex
that is
Violet.
what he is. He's
I-
a warlock who's in a pact with a living weapon.
And what does
Right.
this Hexblade curse do for you now?
So what I get on this, starting at first level, you gain the ability to place a baleful curse on someone. As a
Okay.
bonus action, you choose 1 creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Target is cursed for 1 minute. It ends early if it dies out, I'm incapacitated. I gain bonus to damage rolls against cursed targets. Efficiency to my equal to my proficiency bonus.
+2.
If I roll a 90 or a 20, it's a crit. And then if the target dies, I regain hit point equal to my warlock level and my charisma modifier.
Nice.
And
So,
I've got
but
a-
you curse something, and if you kill it, you win.
not even if I kill it, just if it dies.
Oh, if it dies. So
Yes.
so it's not like the wizard's necromancy.
Yeah, it's not
Yes,
like
and
the
then
the necromancers.
Then I will move up to there,
Okay, awesome.
and
Grim Harvest.
Grim Harvest.
I will
Where are you going to move to?
move closer to Violet Fungus 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will swing at it with
Uh,
Brillia.
The top effect, the first effect listed under Hexblade's Curse, is the one you place on the target.
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes,
Ah, so you did. Well done. Take a point of inspiration.
thank you kindly. And then I will swing at him with Beryllia.
Yes, let us
Holy crap.
cure this place of vile infection.
It's time to prune.
And then that hit. Yes.
Yes.
Sweet, nice.
Heavily wounded.
Wait, this isn't a dragon. What are you having me cleave through?
I'm not telling you. Can't you see?
Yes. Oh, it's a fungus? How dare you? Is that your turn?
Let me just have a look. Maybe I have a bonus action that I can use. Ooh, I do, but I won't. Cool. For now. Yes,
Right.
that will be turn.
All right, then it is Brother's turn.
Violent Fungus 3. You are the weakest link. And
Goodbye.
And I'm going to attack him again.
They were so mean on that show.
Oh, crap. Yeah,
They
that was a
were, but
target.
it was part of the charm.
Yeah, sure, but good lord.
There was this one. Yeah, it's become
Yes, that's
viral.
save. Come on. Yeah, it fails.
The
Fails.
That means you do the damage.
So I just click the damage.
Has Violet Fungus 2 taken damage before?
Yes.
1d12, yeah.
Nice. Toll the dead.
Did you attack Violet Fungus 3? Yes.
Wow!
And that means I get to heal myself.
Yes.
Fucking hell, well done.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna, in my mind, not gonna heal him just yet. But I accidentally did now, so
Yeah, I just got 7 healing back because I've got a nice modifier for my charisma.
Nice.
All right.
Level 2 and we've already been maxing it.
Chuck. But you watch as this green-bladed axe cleaves through this creature, and then energy is drawn from its corpse and courses up into Nolda's body.
I keep on thinking about the verse of Jerkle. Just like, oh, fuck it. Okay.
There are times that this matters. There are times this is okay. There are times this is okay.
Yeah.
I feel dirty. I want to... Brother, what's your weapon you're currently carrying?
What's an armor? Mace, I believe. Yeah, mace.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to... I don't know if this thing can go prone.
If it grows prone, step on it. You can't miss.
It can't go prone, but it might be able to go prawn.
No. Okay, then I'm going to do it. Well, no. I've seen what happens when you kick spores. I'm just going to slash at it.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that's any better.
No. Well, slicing, not kicking. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, luckily we have swords and not hammers, eh?
Well,
Yeah, luckily you have that.
oh no, I still hit. Jeez, these things have no armor class.
Yeah, they've got
Thank
great
goodness.
abilities, but they're not actually that powerful.
Okay, cool. Get it. I did some damage on number 2.
Yes, you did.
Wonderful. Gotcha. And that's my turn.
All right, that's your turn. Rugoso is going to continue down this passage here, and then the rest of the Myconids are going to continue just moving out of danger, whereas Hypsis is going to actively move into danger in an attempt to assist. He's going to move there. He's
Oh,
going to make a fist attack at the violet fungus.
fist the fungus. Fduk. It's just like a little puff of.
Steady, friend. And he reaches out, grasps the fungus, and tries to rip a part of it off.
Whoa. That's actually a little bit terrifying.
Slightly.
Having a fungus
Violet
person.
fungus 2 is going to now roll for the number of attacks it gets.
Yeah, 4.
And it's going to get 3.
Oh.
And direct them all at Hypsis.
No.
This isn't good. Oh, yeah, sure.
No.
No,
Last
no.
attack.
No. Last attack, I'm going to activate my protection.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to use my reaction, and
Yes.
I'm going to impose disadvantage on that attack.
Okay, so I will do it again, and if this one misses, it is a miss. That is a miss!
as you dunk one of these tendrils.
I'm caught off guard with this, like this Myconid person. I've never seen a Myconid before this close. And then the last shot's like, oh shit, and I push my shield in front of.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. And pull back the shield.
Nuldar, it is your turn again.
And
crap, that was
I
close.
will use
Oh god.
Eldritch Blast on Violet Fungus. Hit.
No! Oh!
Still a hit.
Wow, +7 modifier.
I've got a nice modifier on that one.
Yeah, your charisma is nice and high.
Ooh,
Wow!
Nice.
Yeah! We got us one. Holy crap.
And I say, see, I didn't use you this time.
Where do you think your power? It's fine. It's fine.
Well, not directly, okay.
I run over to.
But I
Hex's.
actually say this because in the heat of moment I forget it. I can just think it. So
He's looking okay. He's wounded.
Yes.
I telepathetically.
Yes.
Wait, what was it? Yours earlier was
acolyte.
Aculite or something.
Accurate.
Accurate.
Accurate. Yeah.
Telepathically.
Ask him if he's okay. Like.
I am wounded, but it is not severe.
Are you? I'm inspecting Myconid. Is he broken anywhere? Falling apart anywhere?
It's a necrotic damage, so the necrosis,
It's like black, probably.
manifests in like these black patches across the parts of his body where the violet fungus struck him.
Do you need me to cut anything off that's affected?
No.
Okay. Well.
For the time, I should be fine. The violet fungi are usually not interested in us.
Would you?
They eat meat.
Would you mind if we take some of them with us?
If you have need.
We do.
We do?
The violet fungus is something this potent could have a medicinal or alchemical
Or
property.
Clever boy.
How many of these can I harvest?
Roll me a d4 -1.
-1.
That's how it works. Okay.
You just click on it and click on the operator and the number.
One of the corpses is salvageable.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket it. So it's a violet fungus.
Violent fungus.
Yes.
They are fairly violent.
And it weighs at least
How much?
3 pounds.
Holy
the
crap!
piece of
So this thing is a big pod.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a
like
big
the size
pod.
of my head.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Okay, well I like carefully like put it in my backpack. I'm a very deathly afraid of little
Which-
spindlies.
Which head are you talking about?
I had to.
I had to. I'm sorry. Chat, I'm sorry. I had to.
We went the whole night without one of those.
I'm going to do it at least once.
What a
That's
dog!
my goal.
Alrighty.
Shout out to Mariska, by the way, Angel, for watching.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Angel.
Oh yeah, we're just a small aside. Our audio engineer is back next week, hopefully. Then I can finally focus on just playing. I'm literally working on like 4 different computers just to make this work. Don't you dare laugh at me. Freaking Angel. Anyway,
Okay, so now I can shower next week before I come.
what do you mean you can? You weren't.
Is that the scale?
It's because there's a woman in our... I don't think any of you... I mean,
Is that why we're smelling ancient wind?
ancient wind. That's why we're smelling ancient wind. Oh, yay. We have a thing. We have a thing.
Oh my
we have
God.
a thing. Ancient wind
Okay, so-
permeates the room.
Oh wait, it's just Sarl.
So next Monday you arrive at 6 and you shower here. Have your clothes ready. It's gonna turn into a little cult if you like little sandals.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like a white robe.
No,
Okay, let's get
thank
back.
you.
Let's get, sorry, off
Yes.
topic. Oh my god.
So you survive the violent fungus.
Can someone mute Dominic? Might break the mic.
And Hipsis
You okay?
is
I'm fine.
seems glad to see you. I am pleased to know you survived.
Does he hear him though?
Yes. The rapport spores communicate equally to all of you at once.
Okay.
They can choose to communicate to a single person, but he doesn't see a reason to.
I thought the whole taking the mask off actually made me communicate with him.
It did help to allow you to breathe in the rapport spores, but they're evasive and pervasive enough that
They could
they can get
penetrate,
through
yeah.
the mask. Yes.
Do you, brother? Do we even dare go back going deeper? There's probably still are sturges in the next room. By the way, I don't know if you've ever encountered a sturge, Nuldar.
I have not.
Can avoid them by going up the other path.
I strongly suggest you do that. Sturges are nasty things, about the size of a small dog, but with the temperament of a mosquito.
Ah, okay.
just
And it's not a wicked dragon, right?
No,
Okay, no good then.
sturges are disgusting.
No, then I
fleshy
don't want to
things.
attack them.
and just remember, and I take the makeshift mask, dip it into the
The fresh water. Yes.
the freshwater pool, and tie it around my
I'll
head.
follow brother's habit
I'll
here,
fo-
out
I'll
of
follow
habit
s-
now.
I'll follow suit because, well, they're doing it, and I'm like, okay.
And as I put it on and I finish tying it, I'm like, okay, so it smells in there, and it's potentially poisonous.
Oh, okay.
So just yeah, peep slowly.
And I'm thinking, do you see anything?
Yes, I see lots of things. I see lots of mushrooms.
Okay, well, do you see?
One of them is ambulatory.
One of them
It's
is
like a macho in the
ambulance.
corner. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello. Ragtime, yeah.
Well,
I believe they're called myconids.
cool. Well, if you see anything that I should know, please tell me.
Yes, dear.
Thank you, dear.
Just watch Dominic and Sorrel chase something away.
It's not leaving.
It's a Mickey.
No, it was
No.
implied. It like
Oh.
chilled on the
but-
keyboard. I'm waving.
but
It
it's
just
like
chills
lazy.
there.
It's now just
Walking around the
Well,
table.
the rest of you, it smells the ancient wind.
It smells the ancient wind.
It's here for our
The,
win.
the rest of you begin to make your way up the stairs at Hips's indication that this is the safer path.
Yes, please.
And along the way, one of the sprouts, the younger myconids, sort of like shuffles out of the way when Hipsis and you all come nearer, and you hear this voice which it sounds and feels identical to Hipsis's, but somehow
It's got its own color.
it feels younger, and it says, "Thank you for coming back."
Wait, why? We didn't think you needed our help. That's this badly.
And just as a side note, that younger voice, they don't see it. The other two don't see it. There's like a. I'm saying, get back in there, Tyr. Oh, I'm like, promises made.
But you are led once more through the cave system by Hipsis to the locale where the noxious fumes emanate into the rest of the cave system. I will move the sensor along promptly. And this is where Hipsis says, I cannot go any further.
I know.
I visibly pause looking into the room because the last time I was in this room, I nearly died.
Do we need to go in there?
Dragonlings.
Yes, and he wondered about the dragons. I just gestured to the giant hole in front of us.
There are dragons in that cave?
Not
It's very small, dear.
It is very small. Can you even sense anything? I'm thinking this.
Let me see. Well, yes, the gas is moving. In a non-gas way.
Because of wind? Ancient wind?
It very well may be. I can't comment on the age of the wind, but it would be odd to find a breeze in this particular locale.
Christ. If this entire adventure is just the blue dragon on a mountain eating beans, I'm going to be very disappointed.
And putting into a crack. Hey, you're not far off. Just wrong dragon.
That fat dragon from the movie.
Thumberchord.
No, yeah.
Okay, so my dear, what say you? Should I head on in there and smite them?
Yes, that is the general idea when it comes to draconic creatures.
Hey, dude.
Well, I must specify bad draconic creatures.
Yes, but can you sense if they're bad?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, do you know anything about these dragonlings that are in
Can
there?
I make some
Are they
sort
good,
of check?
bad, wicked,
They
nice, friendly?
they attacked us the last time,
You hear that?
and they're the reason why they could be the reason why there's bad stuff happening.
There's some sort
to
of
them.
crack in the earth. We couldn't figure out more. But just as we stepped in, we were assaulted by flying creatures of fire or smoke. I remember seeing a dragon's head, but nothing more.
Ooh, okay, now I know. And then, well, I kind of relate this to Berelia and kind of converse with her, and
Yes,
It
it
seems that they
sounds
are
like
wicked.
chromatic influence most foul. We shall
I think she's
burn it out.
Can we smell the sulfur from here?
You can definitely, yes.
Okay,
so,
just making sure he knows it.
Yes, no, the cave smelled sulfurous just stepping in, but here it almost becomes nauseating, like having rotten eggs right next to you constantly.
okay. So I really need to go and smite those dragons.
Not without us, you're not.
Lead the way.
So are you coming along?
I'll lead the
Or
way.
well,
Get behind
are
my
we going?
shield.
And I shall follow.
I'm following suit, and if possible, once it's wide enough, I'll be like, I'll try and position myself.
Can we
between the
survive
two of
this
them
gas,
over their
or
shoulders.
do we
We
need
can,
to?
as long as
we've got a mask.
Okay,
Sorry, say
so
again?
as long as we wear masks. Okay.
We're entering and it's wide enough.
Yes,
I'll be behind them, but looking
Yes.
over their shoulders.
Yes.
Connecting. Yeah.
yes, fair enough. You begin to enter the cavern, and once more you hear the
On your guard. I want to make an active perception check to see if I might spot something before something happens as I walk
make a
forward.
perception check.
Okay. Shucks, come on. I'm very tense about this. It's also dark
do-
in here. It's
you do
very dark.
spot this creature before it manages to get the drop on you. You can all roll initiative.
Yes.
Yes. Go.
Go, go.
Nice.
Go, gadget.
Go initiative.
Oh, God, I hate these things.
Was that initiative?
Were we moving with Chuck when we went in there?
Oh no, not yet.
Chuck was a little ahead of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get in and see something first. So.
Nice.
Brother, you are
brother,
up
20,
first.
22 initiative.
Chuck manages to warn you, and you react fast enough to get the first attack in.
Yeah, I shout out, "Here's one!
Brother!
Can I see him from that angle?
There is technically a stalagmite in the way.
Yeah, that's gonna be around the corner.
Crap. So if I can move to there, right?
Yes, you can. You step into this green fog.
And then I'm just gonna go with my. I'm gonna go with. Give me a few seconds. Sorry, I just remembered. I'm gonna do. Guiding Bolt. Is that the thing I want?
That's a great spell. When you it's a ranged spell attack. When you hit, you add an effect to the creature that grants your allies advantage to hit it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Guiding Bolt. Okay, so click on it.
Yeah.
Control click, and then. Oh, do I need to roll the save first? Guiding Bolt.
That's a hit.
Oh,
Ooh.
the red one.
Ooh. Dunk.
This draconic form, formed of gas, is split in two by this glittering bolt of radiant energy. And like glitter slowly sinking to the bottom of a snow globe, it still clings to the outside of its form.
Now click the last button there. You see there's like a lightning bolt or something that's an effect to the right of it.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, again.
That's the very last one. That's the third button. So click that now. Now that adds the effect to the monster, which will give me or another ally advantage on our next attack on it.
Okay, cool.
So basically, you hit it with guiding bolt, and
You damage it, and now we can.
Oh yeah,
you
no, okay,
highlight
I
it.
get that.
Yeah.
I get that. It's just like, okay, so this is how the system works. That's what I'm trying to
that's
figure
just,
out.
but that's
Okay.
just a little button that adds it as an automated script
Okay.
for us. It's once you get used to it, it makes large-scale, high-level combat flow.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
All right. Chuck, it is your turn now.
Fuck yeah! I'm so excited for this. This thing is going down.
Dylan, just remove all my effects.
I'm going to short sword this thing immediately.
Go for
There
it.
we go. Critical hit, thanks to guiding bolt. I'm so excited.
Someone's got a boner.
A little bit. This thing killed me last time. Screw this thing. Heavily damaged. Okay, screw it. I'm going to action surge and hit it again.
Go for it.
Okay, but obviously guiding bolt's only for wooden. Another crit! Yeah! Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay, this thing.
fantastic.
Chuck does not like this thing. Yes!
Oh, it's dead.
And it dissipates into smoke.
For a moment, I lose myself and I'm just going. I'm silent. I'm just like dead focused, just hacking at this thing as I beat it to the ground. And then I'm going to take a few steps forward to here just to bring my light to the middle of the room. And that's my turn.
No, that's your turn.
Okay.
There's more in here, careful.
I ask for some guidance from Berelia, and I start moving.
Well, the one with the eye patch said there's more in there.
Duh.
I like you.
But where? Don't you know? Can't you sense them?
Wait. No,
Okay.
I don't sense anymore.
Cool, well, I will just be here then.
I do sense a strong presence, though.
Oh no.
I can't quite determine what it is.
Okay, and that would be
At
turn
this
then.
age is no longer an ancient wind. Okay.
You are out of combat.
What?
Oh, wow. Are there any fissures in the ground?
So I'm going to read you the room description again. The air in this cave is choked with a thick smoke that assaults your nostrils with the pungent odor of brimstone. Strange flickering orange light illuminates the smoke. This area is free of fungal growth. Instead, crystals grow from the rock. To your right, a large cluster of purple crystals juts from the stone.
On the far wall, a glowing orange crystal wedged into a fissure in the cave wall seems to be the source of the light. Streaks of soot trace a path along the cave walls between the purple crystals and the fissure.
I take out my mace. Well, my mace is out. And I start hacking at the crystals.
I'll
Which
join them.
one?
The purple ones.
The purple ones.
The ones that have the traces of soot on them.
There's traces of soot, yeah.
I will help with that as well.
All right. You can all make me attack rolls.
Oh, that one.
That's right. We sent
Straight into the chat.
sent 4 men into the room. Our way of solving the problem is just beat it until it stops moving.
Ach, nee man.
That's going to be a short sword attack to nothing, so come on. Yeah, no. 12.
The 12s do hit. Your mace, however, gets stuck clink, between two crystals. Like
shame.
wedged there.
It's actually the better weapon to use for
And
this.
then you manage to like sling, sling, clink, chip at these
Crystals, yeah.
purple crystals.
I am going to take a break from chipping at them and just see if there's some sort of fissure here to the side.
Just stand guard. I'm gonna get this.
And
You can roll again to attack.
Please, man, come on.
You're now standing basically right in front of this massive orange crystal. It's not shaped like the others. It's almost organic.
can I do a nature check? I think this might be an egg.
Go for it. That is a hit, and you shatter more of the purple crystals.
Oh, so I don't do damage.
You don't need to roll for damage. You just need to be able to hit them.
You get past the armor class, basically. The threshold.
That said, you guys can roll me a d6 each for the crystals you shattered.
I rolled 4 for crystals and a 12 for my nature check.
12 for your nature check.
So do I get 4 crystals, I'm guessing?
You get...
Maybe add the crystals to our party sheet as a
Yes.
group.
Yeah.
You see, the crystals pissed me off, so I got 6.
You pull it back, it just shatters into bits. It's like a Pyrex glass breaking.
Yeah, you get a total of, that's 4, 8, and 6 is 12 crystals. I will add it to the party sheet,
14.
which still
It's
contains...
14.
It's 14.
14, apologies.
Which still contains what?
Which still contains a bunch of stuff that you managed to get from the ship,
Yeah.
including a pair of special boots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Yeah, we before we go to the observatory, we need to identify the potion and the boots. Yeah. Anyways, that's for later.
But yes,
Right now, I rolled a 12. What do I think this is?
large chunk of amber that's oddly shaped.
Brother.
Brother, come and look at this. Okay.
And I'm gonna just sort of squeeze past you out. And it's like, let me just get out of here. Yeah. Yes.
So what you're telling me is I need to roll nature for this.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's organic. I
You
think
can roll nature or arcana.
you're gonna be better
I
at magic.
can maybe also...
You can certainly
Help.
also try.
It doesn't
With
really matter,
Arcana.
actually. Wait, hold on.
It does
Is-
matter for
Oh,
you.
nature and arcana is both intelligence.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter for me.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I got, unfortunately, 11 on my Arcana.
Yeah, you all think this is a large chunk of glowing orange amber that's oddly shaped.
I
like a
hit it!
cocoon.
You hit it!
Roll for an attack.
That potion is still affecting me somehow.
Yes,
so,
it is.
okay, cool,
Lasts 24 hours, so it is still in effect.
so I should be able to be like...
It's like, brother, what do you make of
It
this?
turns
It's like,
me into a murder
I
hobo.
wonder. And then from the crack, I just hear clank, clank, clank. Oh, shit.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
I'm just concerned it'll pop and explode or something.
Like, brother, what do you think this is? I don't know, but I'm gonna hit it. Blah.
It cracks slightly.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. I
So
will...
it cracks. It doesn't go...
No, you just go...
Okay.
Alright, so I think when I see this,
Splinters.
I'm gonna have another attack at it as well.
Wait, is there enough space for us? Or...
I'm standing back so the two of you can figure that out.
I mean, yeah, you can take turns whacking at it if you want.
I will whack it.
I mean, I'm technically, if this is a crystal, I mean, I think. Well, you
leave him luck
take your turn.
This thing splinters. And as the splinters splinter outwards, the shards, a fissure inside the amber opens, and like an iris made of flame, something slips out.
Saruman.
Everyone roll initiative.
It's Saruman! Anyway, sorry.
Berelia, is
It's
this
a
what you say?
giant pea. It's the one-eyed monster.
It's a one-eyed what, people?
Berelia, is
The one-eyed
this what you
purple people
sensed?
eat.
There we go, one-eyed purple
Yes.
Berelia, is this what you sensed?
Yes, it is a creature of elemental fire.
Dudes, I think we've got fire incoming.
Fire elementals! Oh, joy. This is gonna suck.
You see in front of you.
No, it won't.
Oh, God.
No, it won't. Fire elemental?
What you see in front of you is this.
What do you have that'll do fire element?
What do you
Oh,
have? Fire resistance.
No, I got something for it.
Ah,
I
okay.
can't remember what it was.
Oh, wait.
now.
I see that.
That's a
Yes.
fire
So
snake.
it's not fire surrounding it.
It's very much fire adjacent.
Yeah, it's fire adjacent.
Okay, so water adjacent could screw it up a bit.
Potentially.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
Up
no,
first
I'm-
is Chuck.
Yes, I rolled a natural 20 for my initiative, so I'm on initiative 24. Let me just quickly change the map.
Change it. Oh, yeah.
Where did I put this? Go away for now. Okay, I am going to. I already used my action surge, which is now. Well, that's what it is. I've got no resources left. I'm going to have to step in closer to here and just attack it, and hope that I can use my reaction to protect people.
You
I can cast shield on myself.
Yeah, but save that. That's a spell.
Yes.
I'm going.
Unfortunately.
I'm going to
Unfortunately.
short sword this guy. One-handed short sword. That's a 19.
that hits.
Cool. I'm gonna run d6.
You're not supposed to be here.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
It is the fire snake's turn.
This fire snake should not be in a room full of. No, sorrow.
So you hit the snake with a melee attack.
Yes, there's a bad joke in that, I know.
I know. Sorry. Yes. What does it do? Oh no.
You take 5 fire damage from
Me?
just hitting it with a melee attack.
Oh no.
Its body is extremely hot, and it immediately superheats your short sword.
Okay, I'm down to 8 hit points.
Ooh, ouch.
Okay, that's not.
It is then going to try and bite you.
Armor class 18
That's a miss on the bite. And then it whips around with its tail to do the same.
to me.
Yep, cool. That is a miss on the tail attack as well.
Great.
Brother, your turn.
Well, Poop, I just realized I swapped out the create water, for something else.
Welcome,
was it
welcome to
for?
spell preparation. It'll be in your spell list.
It was probably for
It
detect
was,
magic or
it was, I think
Guiding bolt.
I swapped it out for purify food and drink.
Oh yes, because
And then I swapped it out with guiding bolt.
you know it's a silly thing. We could probably have. You could have re-prepared this afternoon before we came here.
Could have.
Yeah.
And I was literally sitting here going, yeah, I've got the water. Oh.
Oh, no,
Just
you
hold
don't.
it. No, I'm not going to think about that. We can drag it to the other room.
you didn't know you were going to face a creature made of fire.
Yeah, I didn't.
I mean,
But I
we
mean,
thought it was
in the
cats.
last combat situations, that was quite a handy spell.
It was.
So, but my character was so hyped up and ready to go.
Yeah, he was hopped up on caffeine.
Yeah. On this world's version of caffeine.
Happy peels.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do? It worked.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yes.
Chuck does not look good.
And I'm fine.
I mean, that's not. You can't fault him. He lost an eye.
Hey, I'll get
I'm
a
gonna-
stylish eye patch soon.
I'm gonna risk it.
I am afraid there's no biscuit here.
There's no biscuit here.
Biscuit is alive.
Has the thing...
Guiding
the
bolt
thing,
would help a lot.
The thing hasn't taken any damage yet, yeah?
No, it has.
I attacked it with a solid hit.
And the next person... Okay, so I know... Okay, so I believe he's going to go next. So what I'm going to do is do Guiding Bolt on him. So that's 2 spell slots used.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Guiding
I am
Bolt.
targeting him, right?
It seems that way. Combat tracker will tell. Yes, you are.
Critical hit. Yeah! Guiding bolt, which will double all those dice. Those delicious, delicious dice.
Oh my lord! 26!
There is,
One shot!
there is a moment where the scales tattooed along your arms glow with brilliant light. And you can almost see the scales of justice and life and death that Kelemvor judges tip in your favor as the creature almost immediately immolates in glittering golden light.
What do you say?
I chuckle, and I'm like, Kelemvor take you today. Should I click that grant advantage?
No!
It's dead.
Oh, it's dead! Did it die?
Yeah, you one-shot it!
I'm sitting here going, I'm ready for the next one.
You killed it.
In addition, shattering this amber cocoon has opened an airway. It was blocking a natural outlet for the gas here.
So there is a natural gas forming
And
here.
it starts to siphon out of the room.
Holy crap.
And I say, I think Berelia, anything else?
It wasn't a dragon, but at least we did something good, and that cleric was impressive.
I'm going to...
Indeed it was. But do you sense anything else, or is it...
Let me think. No.
Ah, cool.
I'm going to remove my mask and move back into the room as I feel the breeze.
I think we're good for now, guys.
I remove my mask and I just take a tentative breath.
It's still quite stinky, but it's a lot better.
I turn around, my eyes are watering.
It's not as
better!
the wind is not as ancient anymore.
No, it's fresh now.
I kneel down, and I offer a prayer in thanks to Kelemvor.
And Kelemvor judges you worthy of greater gifts. Berelia says, I think you're going to need a little more power. And your skills have been sharpened. You all earn level 3.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And we all end tonight's episode there.
Holy crap.
Nice.
I was so in the freaking middle of battle. I'm like, oh, 26. Okay, cool. It's still going to fight. You know what? It's because I'm used to someone's DMing where he adds
Yeah.
hit points to creatures to keep
He
the
doesn't
fight
pull
going.
punches, but he also doesn't keep adding hit points.
Yeah.
No, good lord, dude. Yo, okay, if it wasn't for your crit, that could have gone both. I mean, you could have rolled 4 ones. But now you crit and rolled 8 d6s. At level 2.
That was fantastic. If you didn't do that, I would have just gone with hexing it, I think, ending with that. Or then I would, yeah. It would
I'm
be
sitting
nice.
here going, oh, Guiding Bolt, it'll grant them an attack of
Yeah, 'cause that-
advantage.
'cause
And
that
that's
were-
all I'm thinking of. They will kill it. They will kill it.
Because that would have been nice if I then use Hex. I get extra necrotic damage, and then I could just use Eldritch Blast again. And with that guiding light, that would have.
This was
would
a
have
good
been a
fight.
nice
Holy crap.
bunch
I'm
of
glad we
damage.
got
Holy,
the
you know,
opportunity to come back.
you know what's good? It's a nice introduction for brother to just once.
Yeah, it's like, this is the guy you're protecting.
This is the guy you're protecting.
I didn't even swing my sword, my axe this much.
That's good.
Well, at least now I know you're capable.
Yeah, so as you know, the scene is going to end where...
next episode. Oh no, they're capable. He left.
No, he returns to the temple saying,
Return
no,
to
they're
say
safe.
They're safe. It's okay. What did you see there, ancients?
Ancient wind.
Ancient winds. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Gilded Rose Stormwreck Isle Session 5. My name is Zaffa Geek. His name is
Dominic.
Your name is
Yaku.
Your name is
Dylan!
And we'll see you next time. Remember, if you want to support us on Ko-Fi,
There's
do
a
it.
link.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.